The second to last homestand of the 2026 season continues tonight here on a warm Saturday afternoon as the Portland Pickles are in town to take on the Yakima Valley Pippins. Good evening, everybody. I'm Harmon Johnson, your voice of the Yakima Valley Pippins. And last night, not the way you want to resume after the All-Star break. Portland comes into town and takes their 11th straight game all-time against Yakima Valley. The final score last night was 12-8. The Pippins had a rally late. They had the tying run in the on-deck circle in the 8th inning, but they could not push a couple runs across. They gave up one run in the 9th, and Portland would end up winning that game by 4. You flip the page to tonight, and it's hopefully going to be a different result. Yakima Valley has Austin Dillon on the mound, but a couple of shakeups into the starting lineup, as we'll see in just a few minutes. Nick Velasquez, an all-star on the right side of the infield, will be playing third base tonight, and Daichi Furuhata tweaked a hamstring in last night's game. That is why he left early. The Pippins have lost a couple of players to injury as of late. Hopefully that does not affect how they control their destiny down the stretch. We'll talk to Coach Crustangel, and then we'll get you starting lineups in just a moment. We're getting ready for Game 2 between the Pippins and the Pickles. You're watching Pippins Pregame. Down here on the field during Pippins batting practice with Pippins head coach Kyle Crustangel. Coach, start of the series didn't go the way you wanted on the win-loss column, but you've got Game 2 tonight and a chance to get back within a game of the Portland Pickles tonight. Yeah,
last night, not the result, but I liked the way we approached the game better. Obviously, put ourselves in a huge hole down 7-0, but guys battled back. Offense came to life in the second half of the game. Definitely had guys on base. It seemed like dang near every inning from the 5th inning on. You have kind of a fair foul home run, a tough break for Malachi with the 2-run home run. They run into kind of a 2-hitter, 3-run home run. So things could have changed. We had kind of a sun ball. Daichi makes a great play at third, throws to first. We can't find it in the sun, leads to 3 runs. So, you're really a play or two, a swing, a fair call away from, being a Pippins win. So I did we felt much better about how we approached the game. Now just got to get off to a start. We mentioned it yesterday on air. Got to find a way to start hot and start with the lead. It's we're playing from behind in the early innings, it seems like, frequently, and that's a tough recipe for success. I think Austin will go out tonight, have a great outing, get deep into the game. We have a fresh bullpen tonight, locked and loaded, ready to go. But look for the offense, strike early. But I did like what I saw, the at-bats, the focus level through the middle part of the game, and especially towards the back end of the game. That's a recipe, to go out there and get some wins that maybe you start rough. So that I did appreciate and did like, but got to go out and get Game 2 and play for a series tomorrow.
The Pippins scored 3 runs in the first inning of all 3 games against the Raptors. Is there anything that you're telling the guys to try to get them to that hot start that you've been preaching about?
I think the biggest thing is just being willing to get on base, and you got to be able to play small ball and do some jobs. I think we go to Walla Walla and we have a lot of job opportunities early, and by jobs I mean move them overs, score them infield in, score them infield back. Just opportunities to kind of sacrifice your at bat. It doesn't look great necessarily. Sometimes it's an 0 for 1 to start your day in terms of your stats, but really it's a way to move a runner or driving a run for an RBI. So as opposed to kind of collecting those in the middle or late part of the game, we've talked to the offense about going early and just getting a lead. Obviously, the stats don't lie. The more innings you have a lead, and especially the team that scores first, is going to win more often than not. So, for us, I'd like to see if we can strike early, keep the focused at bats, and obviously we know we can hang a big number up. So we just got to limit some damage and turn those 3s into 1s or 2s. But again, overall, pretty decent little ball game, and definitely had opportunities to score more runs than we did.
Austin Dillon getting quite a bit of rest with the All-Star break coming out. You mentioned you're looking for him to go out and have a good start. What are you expecting out of him?
I'm expecting him to go around 5 innings. Tough lineup to navigate. I think that you got to be. Talked yesterday post game about doing a better job in our 0-2, 1-2 counts. I thought we had some good. 0-2, we'd kind of waste a pitch. It wasn't as quality of a pitch, but kind of no plan. He'd come back with the same pitch 1-2, and it was left middle, and it kind of gets crushed. If you're going to have an 0-2 pitch, it needs to be something competitive to chase for a punch out, and hopefully whatever pitch you set up, you're going to something else with pitch 2. So, I think it's good learning moments for the catcher, for the pitchers, and at the end of the day, it's got to execute. I think sometimes it was the right sequence. It just wasn't executed. It came across like a 3-2 pitch for a strike, not a 0-2, 1-2 pitch for a putout and for a strikeout. So, these guys will do a little bit more damage than some teams in those counts. So we got to make sure that we're truly pitching that way. You can't get away with just leaving stuff middle and expecting a result against a poor team. Some of these guys in the lineup can definitely do some damage.
We didn't do it yesterday. We haven't done it since the break. We lost yesterday, so let's bring it back. Who's your pip to click tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Luis Garcia, a guy that can impact the game in center field. He can impact it with his arm in the outfield. He can be on the base pass and be a threat. He also can log a 3 or 4 hit game. So I look for him to be kind of a scrapper and impact the game on all 3 sides.
Luis Garcia looking for a 9-game hitting streak tonight. Coach, good luck.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
We've got starting lineups coming up next. This is Pippins pregame. And now here's the starting lineup for your Yakima Valley Pippins, as announced by Pippins head coach Kyle Crustangel. Leading off and playing left field, number 3, Tyson Miller. Batting second, the shortstop, number 22, Alexander Mendoza Jr. Batting third, the third baseman, number 17, Nick Velasquez. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 25, Parker Burt. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 15, Luis Garcia. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 7, Jay O'Neill. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 13, Levi Sotomayor. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 40, Malachi Emery Henderson. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 20, Diego Davis. Again for Yakima Valley, Miller, Mendoza, Velasquez, Burt, Garcia, O'Neill, Sotomayor, Emery Henderson, and Davis. The starting pitcher tonight is Austin Dillon. We'll get you his numbers when we get back. That's the Pippins starting lineup. First pitch is next. Thanks for watching Pippins pregame.
Two and two. Ellis needs to dial one in. Tension building here at Yakima County Stadium. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball game over. 2-1 victory. Pippins over Sweets.
First pitch, a high drive out towards right. Back goes Chavez. He's looking up. Bye-bye baseball. Grand slam. Dylan Anderson. Bring him home and touch him all. He's been here all summer, and it finally pays off.
That was all we needed. 2-1, the final score, and we get ready for fireworks as a happy bunch. Happy Saturday, Pippins fans. Welcome back to the Orchard for our Salute to Service celebration honoring our nation's military as we take on the Portland Pickles in Game 2 of a 3-game weekend series. So glad to be with you again as your voice of the Yakima Valley Pippins. I'm Harmon Johnson. We've got a special pregame ceremony planned for you here in just a few minutes. Game 1 last night going to the Portland Pickles 12-8. They had 17 hits. They left 13 men on base. And so Portland comes into Yakima County Stadium and wins like they have done the last 11 times in this series. The last win for Yakima Valley against Portland came back in 2024. The Pippins trying to even up the series tonight and get back into the win column against this very potent Pickles offense. Portland will be sending out Matthew Palmatier to start. Yakima Valley has a shakeup in the lineup as Daichi Furuhata is out of the lineup today. He's dealing with a little bit of a hamstring soreness, and so we'll see how that affects Daichi's playing time. We'll get you a recap of the starting lineup, as you just saw Yakima Valley's. We'll get you Portland's as well when we get on the other side of our pregame ceremony. The ceremonies today, saluting our nation's military, will include the playing of taps and also our nation's anthem. And the Pippins will be joined down on the third base line by active military and former veterans of our country. And from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure most of this nation's heart, I would just like to say a huge thank you and show my gratitude to those who have served, who continue to serve, and who will be future serving our country as well. We're going to break for the pregame ceremony. We'll be back with first pitch in just a moment.
Fans, at this time, if you have not already, we ask you to remove your caps, face the flag. And for the singing of our nation's anthem tonight, the performance will be by Annika Miller, a 2026 graduate of West Valley High School. This fall, Annika will begin serving a mission for her church in the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our singer this evening, Annika Miller.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Annika Miller. Fans, please continue to stand as we have a moment of silence to remember those who we've lost protecting our freedoms in this country with a tax to follow. Ladies and gentlemen, a thank you to our Yakima Warriors for presenting tonight's colors, and a thank you to our veterans and our active military who are here with us tonight. Thank you for your service and welcome home.
A beautiful pregame ceremony honoring those who have served and who continue to serve to protect the freedoms in this country. As the color guard makes their way off the field, we get ready for baseball here at Yakima County Stadium. A huge thank you again goes out to all of our active duty military, our military reserves, and of course
our veterans, and we have quite a few of them in the house tonight. We've got as far back as World War II represented here at Yakima County Stadium. So thankful for them to be able to make their way out and enjoy tonight's festivities between the Portland Pickles and the Yakima Valley Pippins. The veterans who are lined up on the third base line will depart, and we will get ready for baseball between Yakima Valley and Portland. Game 2 of this 3-game series. The Pippins looking to get win number 1 after the All-Star break, and they'll try to do it with Austin Dillon out on the mound. The native of Sandpoint, Idaho, attended Yakima Valley College for a couple of years. 1-3 on the season. The win-loss column has not gone the way he wants it, but this is his 7th start. He's pitched in 29 innings. He gets usually between 5 to 7 innings of work in a game. The ERA sitting at around 5.90. Strikeout to walk, 17 to 15. And so not very high in the strikeout category, but AD going to rely heavily on the defense behind him for Yakima Valley. Portland will be sending out Cody Nidowitz, Caleb Duncan, and Kai Malt to lead off this game. They will follow it up with MD Connor, Elijah McNeil, Brady McKay, Joel Roberts, Braden Gutierrez, and Gavin Hoddle. And so quite a few new names to the lineup. Most notably, you've got Joel Roberts at designated hitter, Braden Gutierrez at catcher, and Gavin Hoddle at third base tonight. Portland sticking with the same uniforms they wore yesterday. They won. Why change it? And so the Pickles, who come into this game in the second half 8-4, they will end up with 30 games in the second half of the season. Yakima Valley 5-5 after starting the second half 5-1. They have lost 4 straight, including 3 to Walla Walla, and of course last night's game. Defense behind Austin Dillon looks like this for Yakima Valley. You've got Tyson Miller out in left field, Luis Garcia in center field, Malachi Emery Henderson is in right. Nick Velasquez gets his first start at third base tonight. The Pippins' right side infielder moving over to third with Daichi Furuhata out of the lineup today. The rest of the infield is AJ Mendoza and then Jay O'Neill, who played second base on Sunday after Velasquez was forced out of the lineup. Levi Sotomayor at first, and Diego Davis doing the catching for Yakima Valley.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Saturday baseball here in Yakima, Washington. The temperature is a little bit elevated, but we will be comfortable as the night goes on. Austin Dillon versus the Portland Pickles. Portland has won the last 11 meetings in this all-time series. Cody Nidowitz digs in after going 3 for 4 last night with a 3-run home run to put the cherry on top. The first pitch is a strike at 6:38 p.m. in the Palm Springs of Washington. Game time temperature 84 degrees here in Yakima. The wind is blowing in from right, as that is not where we normally see the wind coming from. Precipitation not expected, but the flag is blowing stiffly in out in right center field. Humidity sitting at around 40%. 1-2 now after Nidowitz fouls it over towards the driveway. Austin Dillon looking to build on a couple of starts that he did not get the result he wanted. His last start came against Ridgefield on the 9th, where he pitched 3 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits and 5 runs, only 4 of them earned. 1 walk and 1 strikeout for Austin in that performance. Called strike 3. That caught the outer part of the plate. Our home plate umpire today is Derek Dunbar. Our field umpire is John Perry Schofield. Cody Nidowitz protesting. We'll take a look. It's where it crosses the plate, not where it ends up. So 1 away, and here's Caleb Duncan. First strikeout of the night for Austin Dillon. First offering right there.
Duncan playing right field today. That's where he was yesterday, and he went 4 for 4 with 3 singles, a triple, and a hit by pitch. He's quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Duncan on the season for Portland, batting .303. This is game number 12 for the man from Wichita State. Left upstairs, 1-2. Austin Dillon looking for a second strikeout rather quickly tonight. Upstairs again. AD going to be 87 to 89 on the radar gun with his fastball. He also has a changeup and a breaking ball to mix in. Counts even, 1 away. Nubber off the inside of the hands, and this is out number 2. Duncan handcuffed himself on that swing. Sotomayor took it to the bag himself, 2 away. Breaking ball inside that I don't know how Duncan shot it the opposite way, but he did. 2 down here for Kai Malt, the center fielder for Portland. Malt hitting the 3-hole yesterday as well, went 2 for 4. On the season from UC Davis, Malt batting .393. This is game number 23 for Kai Malt. Two balls and no strikes. Austin just missing off the plate. Malt from Santa Barbara, California, has some ties with Eric Anthony on the Pippins pitching staff. Eric was telling me that he and Kai grew up playing baseball together, were on the same team up until high school, and then obviously went to different colleges. 3-0 automatic strike from Austin Dillon. So kind of a neat connection. You get to see one of your childhood friends. Eric likely not to pitch during this series. He will be called upon during Walla Walla. The count runs full after a couple of strikes from AD as he works on a potential 1-2-3 inning. Malt regathering his thoughts, facing off against Austin Dillon. Payoff on the ground out towards short. Mendoza, the throw, in time. 3 up and 3 down for the Portland Pickles. Yakima Valley's defense sets them down in order. Pippins bats coming up in just a moment. Just underway here at the Orchard.
All right, guys, we got Specialist Ponce and Specialist Hangveld. We're going to line these two guys up right here. We're each going to have someone count how many push-ups they can knock out against each other. And I am going to set a 30-second timer, and we're going to see who's got the most by the end. You guys ready? No is a great answer, but we're going to see what happens anyways. All right, on your mark. Yes, sir. Go. These guys are knocking them out. We do have counters, by the way. We are down to 17 seconds. 15 seconds, the halfway point. Oh, Scott's, he's getting a few out now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and timer is up. Weston? 36 for Ponce. 42. And 42 for Specialist Hangveld. Give it up for him tonight. We appreciate it, guys.
Notice we did not even count how many push-ups that Scott T. Pippen was able to knock out. He was pretty handily defeated by our two specialists down there on the field. Portland takes to the defensive side of the baseball, and they will send out Matthew Palmatier to make the start against Yakima Valley. Palmatier from Pacific, a native of San Anselmo, California. He's 1-2 with Portland with a 2.53 ERA. This is his 8th game overall, only his 4th start. 22 strikeouts to 16 walks. He has given up 6 earned runs. That is why the ERA is 2.53, but he has given up 11 runs total. And so his defense has not been helping him all the time. We'll see if the Pippins can capitalize on that. Tyson Miller, A.J. Mendoza, and Nick Velasquez lead it off for the Pippins. Coach Crustangel would love to see Yakima Valley score early. 0-1 to Tyson. Miller yesterday for Yakima Valley out of the leadoff spot 0 for 2, but he was on base 3 times, was hit by 3 pitches. Quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Miller on the season batting .308, including his non-league games. And somehow, despite having a .500 on-base percentage yesterday, it has dropped to .493 today, even though he was on base 3 times. Check swing foul. Tyson didn't want to swing at that. Might have been ball 1. We've seen Miller work a lot of long at-bats recently. Let's see if he can do that against Palmatier. Pickles only used 3 pitchers yesterday. Those 3 pitchers were Logan Mossman, Eli Solom, and then Ryan Higgins. Mossman went 4 2/3, Solom went 3, Higgins went the final 1 1/3. Two and 2 as Tyson spits on a couple of pitches. Miller with 38 walks drawn on the season. That includes a couple of non-league appearances. 32 hits as well. Good fight being put up. We'll see a 7th pitch in the at-bat. Tyson does a really good job of frustrating opposing pitching. They get ahead 0-2 quite often on Tyson, but usually Miller able to work it to 2-2 or 3-2 and then eventually draw the walk. Just like that, leaving it alone. Now the count is full. It's exactly how you want to start if you're the leadoff man for Yakima Valley. Force a long at-bat early and maybe get on base. Tyson looking for a walk or a knock. Wave and a miss. Strike 3. 8 pitches to retire Tyson Miller. 1 away for A.J. Mendoza. Alexander Mendoza Jr. from Western Oklahoma State College, batting .267 for Yakima Valley. Last night went 2 for 4, scoring twice and driving home 2. One 1-0 to AJ. Mendoza from Baltimore, Maryland, plays at Western Oklahoma State College and now out here in Yakima, Washington for his 8th game as a Pippin. That left-hand side of the home plate area, as you look at it from the high home angle, seems to be pretty favorable for pitching right now. Now Mendoza needs a second to adjust his gear. Derek Dunbar, our home plate umpire, resetting the pitch clock on the hip of Perry Schofield out in the field. Line shot into the gap. This is down and past a diving Malt. All the way to the warning track. Mendoza flying into second. He's not stopping. AJ will slide into third with a 1-out triple. .98 miles an hour off of the bat of Alexander Mendoza Jr. Malt unable to get it on the fly, and by the time Duncan got to the baseball, Mendoza, as you saw on that replay, was already stepping on second base. Early RBI opportunity for Nick Velasquez. The Pippins All-Star, playing on the left side of the infield defensively today. Last night for Nick, going 2 for 5 with 3 RBI on a couple of doubles. Nick going to try to carry that momentum here into the Saturday game. Aggressive swing. It's a foul ball into the mitt for strike 2. Only one away. You'd love to see something deep to the outfield, whether it's touching grass or not, to give the Pippins the 1-0 lead. Right at the knees, strike 3. Velasquez down looking. It'll be up to Parker Burt to try to plate the Pippins' first run. Take one more look at this 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Pretty good location and a good frame job by Gutierrez behind the plate as well. Similar spot, just a touch outside, according to Derek Dunbar. 1-0 to Parker Burt. Burt, the Pippins all-star catcher, 1 for 4 last night with a 2 RBI single in the 5th inning. 1-1. Parker on the season for Yakima Valley, batting .357. Not in the top 5 of the West Coast League anymore, but for a long time he was setting the pace. Could not come up with the breaking ball, and now Parker down to his final strike. Palmatier trying to strand a 1-out triple. Parker stays alive. Pippins wearing those baby blue uniforms today. Haven't seen the Blues in quite a while. They swept Ridgefield wearing the Blues, but then lost pretty handily to Walla Walla on Friday night of last week and have not worn the Blues since. Parker taps it up the middle. McNeil, a high chop. That's out number 3, and Mendoza is left stranded. Pippins threaten but do not score after an inning of play. It's 0-0 here in Yakima.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases, old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
M.D. Connor leads it off for the Portland Pickles here in the top of the 2nd inning as a big clump of dirt comes up into the eye of the first baseman for Portland. Derek Dunbar giving M.D. Connor a chance to catch his breath and wipe the clump out of his eye. Let's see if we can see anything on the replay or if Austin's even going to let us. He likes to work quick. Definitely a recoil. 1-1 after that foul ball. Reminds me of the Women's College World Series. It had to have been a couple years ago when the super slow-mo caught a big clump of dirt that came up from the pitcher's cleat onto the ball and then into her catcher's eyes. It was one of the oddest things I've ever seen. 2-2. One of the Pippins sponsors, Christopher Orthodontics, in the house. That's the first time I've seen their mascot. Full count. AD struck out one in the first inning, got a couple of ground outs as well. Working out of the shadows of the Sun Banners. Foul ball towards the Pickles dugout. Austin over the 20 pitch mark now after his opponent, Matthew Palmatier, got exactly 20 in the first inning. Lifted out to left. Tyson circling. Tyson's got it. One away here in the top of the second inning. Elijah McNeil is the shortstop for Portland. He comes from UC Davis as well. On the season for the Pickles, batting .237. This is game number 22 for McNeil. Diego could not quite smother that. It's 1-0. That was a changeup from Austin Dillon.
Folks, if you're sitting in the sun, it's a little hot, and I suggest a dugout bar. A little shade there.
McNeil using that strategy implemented by so many batters now with the new rules, waiting to engage Austin Dillon until the last moment possible. If you watch when he digs in, he's staring at the bat, then fixes his guard, still staring towards his dugout. And now Austin can begin his motion, trying to control the tempo. Good changeup that time from Dillon, not fazed by the delay from McNeil. You wonder who has it rougher in that scenario, the pitcher or the hitter. In reality, the hitter can control how fast this game's going. Davis got a big piece of the foul ball. Derek Dunbar personally delivering the new pearl out towards Austin. Another two-strike count for Austin Dillon facing off against these Portland Pickles. AD looking for strikeout number 2. Foul ball down the line. About one hop from going right on top of that third base bag, but Derek Dunbar saw it all the way. Count remains even at 2 apiece. Folks out and right looking for a second strikeout. Austin has to wait at least one more pitch. Jackson Upton out to retrieve the loose ball. Jersey Mike's land, pretty heavily populated tonight. The speaker obscures most of the view, though. Foul tip, caught. Strikeout number 2 for Austin Dillon.
All right, folks, really excited to hang another K, and we are really excited. We're getting ready for a
Brady McKay is the last man scheduled here in the second inning to face Austin Dillon. McKay came in last night for Portland in the 4th inning, immediately got a double, substituting for Masa Chilcutt. I have not heard anything about Chilcutt as to whether or not he is ready to go for tonight and just getting the day off, or if there is some sort of injury lingering. AD doesn't get the call. It is 2-0. Brady McKay on the season, batting .327 for Portland. Another good changeup tonight for Austin Dillon, 2-1. McKay back at second base again today. Ended his night yesterday 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Back up the box, the first hit for Portland is off the bat of Brady McKay. McKay continues his good series. That's his third hit against Pippins pitching. The inning continues for Joel Roberts, the designated hitter. We did not see Roberts in last night's game. He's one of those Pickles that has an obscure number. So many of their reserves last night had high numbers. He wears number 85. Coming from St. Mary's on the season for Portland, as here's a check to first. 20 games for Roberts, batting at a 190 clip. He has 12 hits, 2 of them for doubles, 1 of them left the yard. Only getting on base at a 235 clip. Joel Roberts from Modesto, California. The one home run came on the 17th of June at Walker Stadium against the Ridgefield Raptors. That was his only hit on the night. Another check to first. Austin's got a good move going back towards first base. In fact, I believe 2 starts ago against Bend, he got a runner picked off. Out towards right. This is falling fast. It's falling foul. The count will be 1-2 to Joel Roberts. He will slowly make his way back to the batter's box. Sotomayor had the best chance for Yakima Valley to catch this ball. Thankfully for the Pippins, it was foul. Got to be careful going into that opposing bullpen. Abvel Ramos separated his shoulder, making a diving catch down there a couple of days ago. He was back with the team today with a sling on. Hung out with the guys during batting practice. Good to see him smiling and feeling pretty good, all things considered. He'll start physical therapy here in about a week and get back to shape for Western Oklahoma State College. Runner takes off. The pitch is fouled away. McKay, probably a little bit exhausted early on in this game, was running hard with 2 outs on that fly ball foul, then immediately trying to steal second base. AD looking for a third strikeout. Instead, it's a line drive into left for a hit. Back-to-back knocks for Portland. They'll have them first and second with 2 away. .94 off the bat of Joel Roberts. Keeps the inning alive for Braden Gutierrez. Also from St. Mary's, he's a native of Bakersfield, California. Only batting 139 for Portland on the season. Big hack there, he falls behind. 5 hits and 36 at-bats for Braden Gutierrez, playing in his 13th game. 2 of his 5 hits are for doubles. He has scored 9 times despite the low batting average. Good block by Davis, count even. Strikeout candidate here. Gutierrez has punched out 16 times. A lot of righties in the lineup for Jim Hopple. Facing off against this right-handed pitcher, Austin Dillon. All 5 men on the bench are right-handed hitters. Sharply to center field. Garcia drifting in front of the track. He has out number 3. The Pickles strand 2 after a couple of 2-out singles. We go to the bottom of the second. Yakima Valley will lead it off with Luis when we get back.
First down 2. Scott T will get our hands right now. So get ready. On your marks. Get set. Start spinning. 1, 2. Faster, boys. 3, 4, 5, 6.5, 7. Go. Ooh. Good job staying on the course, Eddie. Give it up for him.
Thank you to our racers and thank you to Albert's Dry House. Seltzer, non-alcoholic, full of flavor, crisp, refreshing, and on sale here at the Orchard. That's Albert's Dry House Seltzer.
Taking a look around the West Coast League on your Saturday after the All-Star game, there was a doubleheader in progress in Port Angeles. Edmonton took game 1 4-2. The second game is in progress. We'll get you scores as we go along. Walla Walla took game 1 over Corvallis last night. Springfield took down the Berries. Ridgefield is off to an 0-10 start to the second half as the Elks walked it off in extra innings. Victoria beat Wenatchee. Kelowna and Nanaimo in Game 2, and Kamloops and Bellingham in Game 2 of their series as well. Some interesting things happening in the South Division. Your first half champions are 0-10 to start off the second half of play, and the team with the worst overall record in the South is off to a 5-5 start, tied for 4th place in the South Division in the second half. That would be Springfield, trying to make a late push for the playoffs. Corvallis also struggling at home recently, falling to Walla Walla 10-5 last night. They're going to have a big crowd tonight. That game will start here in about 8 minutes or so. They have their drone show tonight. Luis Garcia leads it off here in the bottom of the second inning on a 8-game hitting streak. Garcia picked up a couple of hits last night to extend that streak. A single in the 8th and a single in the 9th. Out of play, it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Garcia, arguably one of the hottest players in the West Coast League right now. 5 or 6 of his 8 games have been multi-hit. Here's a rope down the left field line. Garcia, keep it fair. It is gone. A 9-game hitting streak for Luis Garcia, and it's 1-0 Yakima Valley. .335 feet off the bat, 99 miles an hour. Kiss that ball goodbye as it's 1-0 Yakima Valley. Right down the line for Garcia and snuck it over top of the 16-foot wall. Jay hacking hard. It's 0-1. On the season for O'Neill, a .241 batting average in his second season in the West Coast League. Inside out swing, through for a hit. 3 knocks already for Yakima Valley as they have a no-out base runner following the home run.
Here is our first baseman now, number 13, Levi Sotomayor.
Pickles defense not getting a chance to work very hard right now as a couple of hits have fallen for Yakima Valley. You've got Nidowitz in left, Moulton center, and Duncan in right. Hoddle is at third base today, managing the hot corner. McNeil and McKay up the middle, and MD Connor at first. Braden Gutierrez doing the catching. First pitch a strike to Levi Sotomayor. Levi playing first base today. The Nevada native with the man aboard, leaving and missing to fall behind 0-2. Sotomayor batting .338 for Yakima Valley last night, going 1 for 3 with a single and a walk and 2 runs scored. Palmatier surrenders his first run of the night. Last night, Yakima Valley did not score until the 5th inning. And so here's that semi-hot start that Coach Crustangel has been trying to get these guys off to the last week or so. A little bit of a change of pace. It'll be the Pickles playing from behind today. Yakima Valley has been playing from behind in seemingly 5 of its last 6 games. Came from behind against Ridgefield last Thursday to walk it off, and then was behind in all 3 games against Walla Walla. Wave and a miss by Sotomayor. There is strikeout number 3 for Palmatier. More potential for RBI as Malachi Emery Henderson steps into the left-hand batter's box. Malachi on the season batting .195 for the Pippins. He's got 3 home runs, 2 doubles. He's got Jay O'Neill ahead of him at first. The Pippins just need a double to complete the team cycle tonight. Mendoza had a triple in the first inning, single home run in this inning. Out of play over on the left side. This one bounces all the way over the stands. 30 pitches for Palmatier. Austin Dillon at 43 through 2 innings of work. He'll be pitching with a lead when he goes out for the top of the 3rd. Emery Henderson coming off of a 2026 spring when he batted .295 for Wenatchee Valley College, hit 9 home runs. Also had 8 doubles and 4 triples. Foul ball, it's 1-2. I think Derek Dunbar got a big piece of that foul ball on the way by. He kind of stretches out his neck as he walks back towards home plate. Catcher Gutierrez having a quick conversation with Palmatier. That was the courtesy from Palmatier to give his home plate umpire a chance to recoup. Now it looks like Dunbar got that right off the shoulder, maybe. 1-2 to Emery Henderson. Jay's on the run. It's a foul ball out of play. Pretty close pitch. Malachi having to protect with 2 strikes. Pippin's trying to manufacture another run here in the 2nd inning. Malachi softly to right, down for a hit. That's 3 knocks and 4 batters in the 2nd inning. The Pippins have 2 aboard with only 1 away.
Stepping up to the bench now, our catcher, number 20, Diego Davis.
Malachi taking that changeup out towards right field and sets the table for Diego Davis. Davis in 2 games with Yakima Valley, a 167 batting average. Diego has 2 hits in a Pippins uniform, one of them against the CCL, one against Ridgefield. Davis from the University of the Pacific, a native of Stockton, California, where that school is located. Only 1 out. Decent gap in right center field. 2 balls and no strikes to Davis. The top of the order is looming. Tyson Miller, A.J. Mendoza. Only one away here in the bottom of the second. Palmatier did not throw the ball, so he is going to be charged 1 disengagement. If he would have thrown, it would have been a pickoff, and he wouldn't have used that disengagement. Three balls and no strikes, and Davis can be very selective on this next pitch. Tyson struck out back in the first inning. He's got a chance to do his signature and find a way on base, potentially with the bases loaded. Davis waits on the 3-0. He'll take his base. Bags full of Pippins, and the top of the order is up to hit.
Looks mighty crowded out there for Miller time.
That'll bring out the Portland Pickles to have a quick visit on the hill. John Perry Schofield in the conversation as well. Wonder if this is more about the disengagement more than just a quick visit. The last time that Yakima Valley beat the Portland Pickles was on June 26th of 2024. Here is the moment, as called by my predecessor, Jake Schrantz. Pippins with the 1-0 lead right now, trying to add on. We love an exciting, dramatic game, but you'd love to see the Pippins just take care of business here tonight. Trying to snap an 11-game losing streak to the Pickles. Strike 1 given to Palmatier against Tyson Miller. The corners for Portland playing in the middle infield, trying to turn a double play with 1 out. 4 hits for Yakima Valley, 3 of them in this inning. Tyson out of play. This is headed for GA and just over top of the seating area. Tyson going to have to protect here. O'Neill leads the way at third base. Emery Henderson and Davis behind him. Tyson Miller struck out in the first inning, but it was an 8-pitch at bat. Another one out of play. So now Tyson has seen 4 pitches in this at-bat. Ball 2. Did I just hear that Shea made an oopsie? Did our audience not hear that call? Oh no, that's a disservice. Wait until Jake finds out about this. Tyson fouls another one off to stay alive. I have to credit most of my broadcasting career right now to Jake Schrantz. He helped me get the job out here. He was one of my mentors at Nebraska before he graduated. He just made a big move down to Tennessee after spending a year in Alliance, Nebraska. Congratulations to Jake. Tyson nearly hit. nowhere to put him. The bags are loaded. Miller would gladly take a walk, get an RBI, and make it 2-0 Yakima Valley. The other way, down for a hit. O'Neill scores easily. Here comes Malachi. 3-0 Yakima Valley, an RBI single for Tyson Miller. Tyson was working on going the opposite field in batting practice today, and he executes it perfectly. Diego Davis ends up on second base, and with only one out, the threat is far from over for the Pippins. Check swing. They do not appeal. It is ball one. I was told by Shea, we'll try again later with the call by Jake Schrantz. Now that the Pippins have a 3-0 lead. Two balls, no strikes. Mendoza tripled back in the first inning. Coming into the day for Yakima Valley was batting .267. Pretty good Michael Jackson impression. Mendoza ahead in the count 3-0. There is a base open at third. A walk loads him up for Nick Velasquez. There's a strike from Palmatier to make it 3-1. Mendoza can still be fairly selective. One more strike to play with. Ball four, the bags are reloaded. Some movement has started occurring down in the Pickles bullpen, but nobody is throwing, so Palmatier will face Nick Velasquez. Nick today struck out looking. He's got 6 home runs on the summer. Starts him off with a breaking ball, 0-1. A right-hander tossing. This is Preston Sullivan from Houston, Texas. Palmatier over 50 pitches, not out of the second inning yet. Only has 1 out. You've got Nick Velasquez, the 8th man to hit in the inning, and then Parker Burt, unless there's a double play, would be the 9th. Wave and a miss. 1-2. Nick from Citrus College, committed to USC. Has plenty of room to play with in the left center field gap. The single by Miller was to the opposite field. Good take by Velasquez. Count evens up 2 apiece. Nick gonna have to protect with the bases loaded, 1 away. Wave and a miss. He's down swinging. Velasquez comes up empty. That'll set the table for Parker Burt. Pippins all-star catcher grounded out to shortstop back in the first inning. on the summer, 24 RBI on 41 hits for Parker. Wave and a miss, the ball gets away. Parker gets out of the way as Davis scores. 4-0 Yakima Valley here in the second.
Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We're 90 feet for free tacos.
This a wild pitch between the legs of Gutierrez. 2 in scoring position for Parker Burt, trying to crack this game open just a little bit farther. One ball and one strike. Despite the loss last night, Yakima Valley gifted their fans free tacos. All you need is 5 runs. 5 and 6 waiting on the base pads. Parker into the parking lot. Texas native down to his final strike. Parker headed to Ball State by way of Regis and Dallas Northlake. The 1-2 pitch. Down the line foul. Heads up in lefties. That was a breaking ball from Palmatier. This big second inning started with a solo home run by Luis Garcia. Another one pounded foul. After that, Jay O'Neill singled. Levi Sotomayor struck out, and then Malachi, Diego, Tyson, and AJ all reached. 2 walks and 2 singles. Parker trying to bring Garcia back up to the plate for the second time here in the inning. Count even 2-2. The count has deuces wild here in the second inning. Protective swing for Parker as he stays alive. That was way up and in. Another long at-bat being put together by a Yakima Valley Pippin. Tyson Miller's got a couple of them. Parker Burt working against Palmatier. Parker has worked the count full. First base is open. Luis Garcia looms on deck. Palmatier with 4 strikeouts tonight. Those are 4 of his 5 outs. Payoff pitch to Parker. Wave and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Matthew Palmatier through 2 innings of work, but Luis Garcia gets the train rolling as the Pippins score 4 in the second inning. And we go to the top of the third.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done, so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
It's the top of the third inning here at Yakima County Stadium, and the hometown Pippins lead it 4-0 after a 4-hit and 4-run performance in the second inning. Started off by a Luis Garcia solo home run. Jay O'Neill, Malachi Emery Henderson, and Diego Davis would all score as well. And we go to the top of the third. Only one man has not hit yet for the Pickles. It's Gavin Huddle, the third baseman. Huddle from USC, a native of Tustin, California. Batting only .059 in 11 games for the Pickles. AD blows a fastball by him. 1-1. Dillon with a little bit of a cushion, something he can't say he's had most of his outings. They've been close games when Austin's been on the hill. Pretty good spot for that breaking ball, but it is ball number 2, according to Derek Dunbar, our home plate umpire. A longer rest for Austin as his offense got him 4 runs. We'll see if he needs this batter here, Huddle, to readjust before taking the top of the order again. Slowly out towards third, foul. Nick Velasquez manning the hot corner tonight for Yakima Valley. Huddle's last action came on the 13th against the Bend Elks. I don't know if it was game 1 or game 2 of the doubleheader on the Monday before the All-Star break. He was 0 for 2 in that game, though. Payoff, fouled right into the mask of Derek Dunbar. Both Jim Hopple and Kyle Crustangel are heading out to check on Derek Dunbar. He's been getting beat around a little bit tonight. Hop and Krusty, both veterans of the West Coast League. Now training staff from Multicare Orthopedics Northwest out to check on our home plate umpire. Let's see how square this gets him in the mask. Well, right off the side, it looks like. He's pointing up towards his right shoulder. That might have been more of where he got hit. Checking his range of motion. Coach Hopple and Coach Crustangel having a laugh here as Salsa delivers Derek Dunbar a drink of water. Dunbar says he's all right, so we will get back to baseball. The last couple times Derek Dunbar's been behind the plate with the Pippins playing, he seems to get beat around a little bit. Must be bad luck to be the home plate umpire when he's with his crew here at the Orchard. Immediately, the payoff pitch is grounded out towards Nick over at third. He makes a running throw for out number 1. Nick passes his first test over there at the hot corner, although he was playing more towards the shortstop side. Back to the top of the order for Portland as Cody Nidowitz hits for a second time. Nidowitz struck out looking against Austin Dillon. Started off the game. The pitch was, in his opinion, just a touch outside. But he was rung up. That's the only strikeout tonight for AD. Good location there. It's 1-1. Austin allowed the only 2 hits for Portland so far tonight in the top half of the second inning. Brady McKay and Joel Roberts both singled, but they were left stranded. Scott T. Pippen checking out the Pickles bullpen. Don't know what kind of things our beloved Apple could be saying to those briny Pickles. 2-1 out towards O'Neill. His first test as an infielder today, he passes, and there's 2 away. Jay, normally an outfielder, but he has played some second base this summer for Yakima Valley, and with Daichi not in the lineup tonight, he moves to the infield. That also keeps his bat in the lineup. Caleb Duncan hitting with 2 outs. He grounded out to Levi Sotomayor over at first. Breaking ball for strike 1 from Austin Dillon. He looks really good out on the hill right now through 2 2/3. Another slow tapper. A chance for Mendoza. The throw. Levi can't handle the bounce. Almost had an out from every infielder. We'll see how this is scored. Likely an error on Mendoza on the low throw. It was a throw on the run. The initial scoring says a single, so that's the 3rd hit of the night for Portland. Throw on the run, I'm okay with giving a single there. First pitch strike to Kai Malt. Malt grounded out to Mendoza back in the 1st inning. Let's see them give AJ another chance. Fouled towards the Pippins reserves. It's 0-2. The exit velocity on that ground ball out towards Mendoza was only 56 miles an hour, so it was going to be a tough play. Duncan over at first after the infield single. Kai Malt in an 0-2 hole. Runner goes. Pitch fouled away. Another one for the Pippins dugout. Duncan returning to first base. Kai Malt, the reigning West Coast League Player of the Week, was awarded that on Sunday right after games wrapped up and before the All-Star break. Austin Dillon looking for strikeout number 3. A liner caught. So we do have an out by all 3 infielders. The 3rd one is a line drive right into Mendoza's glove. 4-0 Yakima Valley. We go to the bottom of the 3rd.
Scott T is going to be our finish line up there. Student Scott T, it's a little ways. We've got all 4 right here. You guys are perfectly lined up, all ready to go. Let's have you get down on all 4s, and I'll count you guys off. The first one to get in line with Scott T will be our winner. Army crawl race. On your marks. Get set. Go. They're off. Ooh. Landon and Kevin. Kevin is our winner tonight, folks. Give it up for our contestants.
Welcome back to the Orchard. You saw our pregame ceremony today, and throwing out one of our ceremonial first pitches was a 100-year-old U.S. Navy veteran from Selah, Washington, Moritz Maury Meyer. So exciting to have Maury here in the ballpark. He was aboard the USS Fenshaw Bay as an aviation radio man second class and tail gunner in a General Motors TBM Avenger. His time in service was spent in the South Pacific during the bloodiest battle of the Pacific in World War II, Okinawa, where he provided crucial air support as U.S. Marines took the island. Maury was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, Air Medal, Presidential Unit Citation, and 3 stars in lieu of 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Air Medals. So thankful for Maury and his service and all of the other servicemen and women who are in attendance tonight. Kind of neat first pitch as Garcia in a 1-1 count against a new pitcher for the Portland Pickles. This is Preston Sullivan, a 6'1" right-hander from Houston, Texas. Sullivan playing his college ball at Rice. He's got a 9.53 ERA for Portland on the summer. 2 balls and a strike to Garcia. This is game number 9 for Sullivan. Trying to come in and throw a couple of zeros after the Pippins put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the second. Garcia trying to go the opposite way, but he's a little bit too late on it. The count 2 apiece. The scoring got started because Lewis went yard over the left field wall, 335 feet. Came off the bat at 99 miles an hour. Garcia trying to go to right. It is caught by McKay. Pretty athletic play by the second baseman for Portland. 1 out here in the third.
Number 7, the real deal, Jay O'Neill.
Here comes Jay O'Neill as we take another look at the pop out. Very soft off the bat, 61 miles an hour. Jay O'Neill had a single immediately following the home run back in the second inning. Late on the fastball, 0-1. That heater registering at 92 miles an hour for Sullivan, so another hard-throwing righty out of Jim Hopple's bullpen. Oh and 2. You think back to yesterday, Eli Solom, who went 3 innings and earned the win, was also pumping 92 for a good majority of his outing. Jay lifts it, left side, foul. Is it getting out of play? Yes, right into the front row and bouncing up the aisle to that man in the blue shirt. Jay stays alive. No, not that man. Way up top, row 1, or row whatever it is, 16. Other way. There you go, Marcos. That man right there. Wave and a miss by Jay O'Neill. There's 2 away. Did you think I didn't know my colors? Jay O'Neill's wearing a nice blue shirt.
Number 13,
Levi Sotomayor playing first base today. He struck out back in the second inning. In fact, both teams are wearing a version of blue. The Pickles wearing that dark blue, almost a navy color, that really shows off the green accents of the Dylan T. Pickle head mascot. On the ground out towards third. Hoddle on the run. 3 up, 3 down in the third for the Yakima Valley Bats. First third of the game in the books. We go to the middle innings, 4-0 Yakima Valley.
Summer ball just, it has that romantic kind of energy. The sun's out, you get to really enjoy your summer. You're still playing baseball, something you love, but at the same time, you get those precious off days. You get to go out and hang out with your boys, and it's cool. It's really unique because you're playing with guys all over America who you would never have an opportunity to play with, but you create these really long forming friendships that, I still talk to those guys. The people that you meet is amazing, the host families that you have. We had something really special, man. It was baseball at its purest, and not only did we all love the game, we love each other, and we were playing just to play another game. It wasn't we have to win the series, it was just like we just want to play another game with each other. I played for the Corvallis Knights, home field of the Beavers, where I went to school at Oregon State. I knew a lot of guys that played there before, Nick Madrigal. I played with Adley, Zach Taylor. Playing for the Knights felt like an honor. The West Coast League is a great place to play some ball. I mean, you got some premier pitchers out there. I thought the quality of pitchers in the West Coast League was just as good as our college season. I think there's some leagues where it's just like, get your reps, get out of there, but you're there to win every single game. The coaches care, the fans care. It's a real fun environment, but competitive at the same time. Summer ball is just its own kind of beast. There's people who are just Corvallis Knights fans. I tell them, oh, excited for the Oregon State season, and, they really couldn't care less. They're all about the Corvallis Knights season, and we had a winning tradition up to that point, so they expected us to win. They have fans love their baseball. They're knowledgeable as well. We had a bunch of kids there. That was always a bunch of fun. It was definitely a really cool experience.
There is a look at our 100-year-old World War II veteran, Maury. Over there, the fourth man from the left of your screen. Of course, a couple other veterans sitting up there as well, members of the Three Pippineers. Austin Dillon back to work. Makes me really prideful in our country that we can honor the veterans the way that we do. And what better place than at a baseball game, America's pastime. Another chance for O'Neill at second. He'll make the play, and in 2 pitches, Austin Dillon has out number 1 here in the 4th. Of course, our own dancing security guard, Leroy, is a veteran himself. He was a part of the pregame festivities, part of the color guard. Thankful for Leroy and his service to our country. I believe he told me that he played baseball while he was in the Army, among other things. 0-1 to Elijah McNeil. You hear, of course, the stories. Even somebody like Jackie Robinson had experience playing against military teams and for military teams. There's some patriotic stars and stripes on a jersey tonight. Line drive right into Velasquez's glove. Nick seems to be adjusting to the hot corner fairly well as there's 2 away. Austin will take the quick work behind him. Brady McKay singled back in the 2nd inning. That was the first hit for Portland. Baseball and the military go way back. Part of the reason why so many other countries know what the sport is. When our troops would go overseas, they would start up baseball games and leagues within themselves, and that would spread to the countries that they were in. Baseball, of course, now a global sport, especially big in Japan, Korea. Starting to see it more and more in Europe. Of course, the MLB has gone overseas to London and to Paris. Mexico City also very involved with baseball. And of course, all of Latin America. McKay through the hole on the right side. He has 2 hits tonight. And it'll be another 2-out base runner for Portland. Kind of a carbon copy of the 4th inning right now. Connor and McNeil got out. McKay singles. Roberts singled behind McKay back in the second inning. Austin Dillon going to try to avoid that. Good block by Diego Davis to keep that ball in front. Brady McKay couldn't quite see where the baseball ended up, so he did not take off for second base. Davis played third base against the CCL and then for part of the game last night. 1-1 to Joel Roberts.
Pippins, here we go. Here we go, Pippins, here we go.
Austin Dillon trying to get through 4 innings. He's given up 4 hits to this point. Now he checks on to first. One and 2 to Joel Roberts as Dillon nibbles on the outer edge. Pretty decent contingent on hand for Yakima Valley tonight after nearly 1,500 filled the ballpark for Game 1. AD looking for his 3rd strikeout. Bouncer, foul. Nick looks extremely athletic out there over at the hot corner. Umpires force Dillon to discard that baseball as Diego Davis sends a new Pearl onto the hill. Austin struck out Cody Nidowitz in the first and Elijah McNeil in the second. Runner takes off. It's a line drive again, handled by Velasquez. Nick, a busy man at the hot corner in the 4th inning. We go to the bottom half, 4-0 Yakima Valley.
Here we go, who wants a t-shirt? If you're staying overnight for Yakima Pippins baseball, ask about the fully furnished apartment-style suites at Best Western Plus Montana Inn. Perfect for families, extended stays, and traveling teams. Be sure to ask for the Yakima Pippins discount rate and available suites.
Here's a look at the 2026 overall standings in the West Coast League. Walla Walla leads the way in the South overall, 24-16. They have not had their non-league break yet. Wenatchee won the North Division. Ridgefield 0-10 to start the second half. There you see Portland, Corvallis, and Yakima Valley. This is looking like the race towards the finish. Of course, the Bend Elks, the Marion Berries, and the Springfield Drifters are not quite out of it yet. But Yakima Valley playing Portland 4 more times after tonight and Corvallis 6 times after tonight. There's a lot of opportunity to make sure that Yakima Valley is in that top 4 come the end of the summer. The 2 half division winners will get in automatically. And then it's the next 2 best overall as wild cards into the playoffs. Malachi Emery Henderson starts off ahead in the count 1-0. He singled back in the second inning and scored one of the 4 runs. Couple of fastballs from Sullivan, neither one in the zone. Sullivan threw 11 pitches in that 3rd inning when he set down the Pippins in order. Malachi went around. The count 2-1. Emory Henderson changing up the hairstyle. He's got a hit tonight. Excuse me, swing. Fouled off. It's 2-2. Probably would have been a strike anyway. Malachi going to have to protect with 2 strikes. It's amazing how green that bat looks on our monitor. It is turquoise. Wave and a miss on a changeup upstairs. 1 away here in the 4th. That's already 7 strikeouts tonight for the Portland Pickles pitching staff. They've recorded 10 outs. So 7 of their 10 outs have come via the K. Defense for Portland probably getting bored. Davis leaves the first pitch alone. It's ball 1. Diego walked in the 2nd inning and came around to score. He came home on a wild pitch following the Tyson Miller 2 RBI single. Speaking of Tyson, he is on deck. Another one left alone by Davis. The count very hitter friendly. Strike 1 right at the letters. Diego scoring his first run as the Yakima Valley Pippin back in the 2nd inning. Trying to get aboard for a 2nd time. Ball 4. Another one just a touch upstairs. Davis works the walk, and now Tyson Miller will be the hitter. Miller tonight 1 for 2. That 2 RBI single in the 2nd inning really let Pippins fans take a breath of relief. There was only 1 out at the time, and so you really wanted to capitalize on the bags loaded situation. The single by Miller scored O'Neill and Emory Henderson. One ball and 1 strike. Stuck at the bottom of the zone, 90 miles an hour. 1-2 on Tyson. He's been behind in both at-bats he's had. Now all 3 of them. He's seen 2 strikes. He has worked a couple of long at-bats, though. A stinger out towards center field. Malt will settle, and that is out number 2. Tyson gave it a jolt, 91 off the bat. There'll be 2 away for A.J. Mendoza. Mendoza tripled back in the 1st inning. He was left stranded at 3rd. He would walk in the 2nd inning and would be left at 2nd base. First pitch left away. 1 ball and no strikes. Something to note, Nathaniel Carano has started doing some warm-ups down in the Yakima Valley bullpen. the lone pitcher on the All-Star team for Yakima Valley. Two balls and no strikes. You can think if Dillon can get through 5, then Carano might be tasked with the final 4 as long as Yakima Valley has a lead. Austin, 74 pitches through 4 innings. Three balls and no strikes to A.J. Mendoza. Nick Velasquez with 2 strikeouts on the day, hoping to change that. There's a look at Nathaniel Carano. Ball 4. It'll be first and second with 2 away for Velasquez.
This is your third baseman, number 17. Give him some big Nick energy. It's Nick Velasquez.
Velasquez struck out looking in the first. He struck out swinging in the second. That was with the bags loaded. Approaching 30 pitches for Sullivan out of the bullpen. He's lost the strike zone a little bit here in the 4th after a very clean 3rd inning. Close take, but it's ball 1. Sullivan's longest outing of the summer was 3 innings against the Ridgefield Raptors on the 17th of June. Nick in a 1-1 count. He's consistently gone 2 innings or more in every appearance but 1. The next outing after that Ridgefield outing, he went a 1/3 of an inning, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Two balls and 1 strike. Gutierrez having to work hard to keep everything in front. Parker Burt looming in the on-deck circle if Nick could reach and load the bases. It's a hitter-friendly count, 3-1. Couple of bodies stirring in the Portland bullpen, but nobody throwing quite yet. Strike 2. Velasquez thought he had the free base. With a full count and 2 away, Diego Davis and A.J. Mendoza will get a head start on the base paths. Nick Velasquez waiting on the full count delivery. Ball 4, the bags are loaded. Here comes Parker Burt. Pippins trying to add on to a 4-run lead. That's 3 walks in the inning to load the bases for Sullivan. Diego Davis stands at 3rd, A.J. Mendoza at 2nd, Nick Velasquez at 1st, and now Derek Dunbar looks to have some dust or dirt in his eye. Looks like he's asking for something to rinse it out with. We saw this happen with his partner in the field yesterday when he was behind the plate. John Perry Schofield had to put some water on his face and rinse out an eye. I promise you, the team prepping the field today watered around all of the dirt. It's just gotten so dry with the heat and the low humidity that the water gets evaporated pretty quickly. Parker taking strike one. Fastball on the inner half. Burt today 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. One and one to Burt. You'd love to see the Pippins add on these couple of insurance runs. Not only for the lead's sake, but maybe for Austin Dillon's sake to allow him to go out and pitch the fifth. Here's a ball fair down the line and into the Pippins bullpen. All 3 runs are going to try to score. Nick stumbling his way to the plate. A bases clearing double for Parker Burt. 7-0 Yakima Valley. .97 miles an hour right down the left field line. Mendoza, Davis, and Velasquez all score. And it's taco time here in Yakima. 5 runs is the minimum you need. Everybody gonna go home with a free coupon for Doritos Locos Taco. All 1 to Garcia. Garcia with some pink accents, similar to Nick Velasquez. He's got a pink glove, too. I hadn't paid much attention to it, but I saw it down on the field during warm-ups, and I was like, have you always had that? He said, yes, sir, most of the time. 1 ball and 1 strike. So we'll see what the decision is for Coach Crustangel and Coach Salscheider, whether they want to ride Austin Dillon through the 5th inning with a 7-run lead, or if they want to bring in their all-star pitcher Nathaniel Carano, who is warming up down in the pen. Tapper to third, foul. Garcia in a 2-strike count. How many times has Parker Burt come up clutch like that? A big double or a big single to score 2 or 3 in a situation that really helps put the game farther out of reach for Portland. We're in the 4th inning. It's 7-0 Yakima Valley. Pippins trying to beat Portland for the first time since 2024. Staying alive is Garcia. You've got Jay O'Neill waiting on deck. He would be the 8th man to hit in the inning. Ballboy initially was going to go out and resupply Derek Dunbar, but he'll have to wait at least 1 more pitch. Sullivan brings home the 1-2, and Garcia nearly clipped on the back foot. All 3 of those walks came home to score. And when you're taught in Little League that walks are killers, that's a prime example right there. Pippins taking advantage of some wild pitching from Sullivan. 2-2, lined and caught by Hoddle at the hot corner. The inning comes to an end, but Yakima Valley scores 3 more times. As we go to the 5th, it's 7-0 Pippins.
My experience at West Coast League was fun. You know, there's a big difference going from California over there to Walla Walla, Washington. And the crowds were actually really good for such a small town. They really showed up for us, and everybody was very welcoming. It was an awesome experience.
How much does speed play a factor in your game here?
Oh, it's a huge factor. Ball in the gap or just even a CNI single. If you get out of the box good, you can even try and stretch to a double sometimes.
Duran hits that hard into the gap.
Here goes Duran. He's blazing around second. Into third. It's a 2-run triple.
Jaron Duran, a triple to the gap in right center.
For me, that summer was about embracing like new teammates and embracing new challenges because, you know, you're seeing different types of pitchers and really fast paced, a lot of bunting, some new positions, new skills. Kind of helps with like leadership and like getting to know guys, and it was a good development for me in a lot more aspects than I expected. That was some of the best coaching staff that I've had. Back then I was a second baseman, you know, I thought if I just played really good second base, I'd be able to stay there, but they better use me in the outfield, which is awesome. You know, I'm loving it now.
On the defensive side, you've been making some pretty good plays. You've been playing really all over the field now.
Hit coming on Duran, diving ahead, he's got it. What can he do at this point? Wow, changing the game both offensively and defensively, that's huge.
JD's one of my best friends in the organization. He's just such a hard worker. He's super intense on the field, but he's completely different off of it. He's really laid back, relaxed, loves to have fun, brings such a good rapport and demeanor to the clubhouse. There's so many great things to say about him and the way that he goes about his business.
Austin Dillon back out for his 5th inning of work. His first pitch down and away for ball 1. So Nathaniel Carano continues to warm for Yakima Valley, but joining him down in the bullpen is Gus Musial. As the Pippins try to play the best matchup here, a tapper back out towards Mendoza. He gathers and throws in one fell swoop and gets out number 1. Another 2-pitch out for Austin Dillon to start an inning. He's been getting the help he wants behind him in the field. So you've got Carano just in case Portland scores here in the 5th. Or you could go to Musial and try to get a couple innings out of him and save Carano for a potentially closer game or later tonight if things get hairy. 1 pitch swinging, nice backhand by Velasquez. New to third base, but he looked like a vet over there. 3 pitches, 2 outs for Dillon here in the 5th. Let's take another look at this chop. Nick able to adjust. Skips the throw over there and gets out number 2. Those are not easy plays, especially on this natural surface. You never know how the bounce is going to play. Dillon trying to work a very quick 5th inning. That was only the 4th pitch he's thrown to these Portland Pickles. This is the top of the order, Cody Nidowitz. On the day for the left fielder, 0 for 2. Might be 5? No, it sneaks past Jay O'Neill. Nidowitz with his first hit of the day. That is the 5th for Portland. So the inning continues for Caleb Duncan. The last outing for Austin Dillon was against the Ridgefield Raptors. He only went 3 2/3 innings. The time before that, though, he had to battle pretty hard against the Bend Elks. 90 pitches in 4 innings of work. Much better outing tonight for Austin. Good block by Diego Davis, 1-0. Caleb Duncan today, 1 for 2, an infield single and a ground out to Levi Sotomayor at first. Dillon trying to get through 5 and qualify for what would right now be a win. Just a touchdown stairs, 2-0. Lights are on here at the Orchard, Yakima County Stadium. Shadows cast across most of the field. There's strike 1. You can see a little sliver of sunlight, though, still on the pitching mound. Also reaching off into right field and first base. 2-1, another chance for Velasquez. A short throw, but he gets some help from his first baseman, Sotomayor. And the side is retired relatively quickly. Halfway home here at the Orchard, Pippins lead it 7-0 going to the bottom of the 5th.
Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Bottom five here at the Orchard. The Pippins lead it 7-0. Here's some scores from around the West Coast League. We already told you about the first game of the doubleheader in Edmonton. The Riverhawks won it 4-2. Game 2 went 8 innings. It was a makeup for a rainout in Edmonton. Port Angeles on top as the visitors at their home ballpark, 14-11. Bottom of the sixth in Salem, the Marion Berries trail 3-1 against the Springfield Drifters. Top 7 in Bend, 1-1 tie between the Raptors and the Elks. Bottom 6 in Victoria, the Apple Sox trailing Victoria 2-0. Bottom of the fifth in Kamloops, a 3-3 tie between the Bellingham Bells and the North Paws. Bottom 5 in Kelowna, Nanaimo leads it 4-3 over the Kelowna Falcons. And bottom 4 at Corvallis, 4-1 Knights over the Walla Walla Sweets. Those are your scores from around the West Coast League. A little bit of a delay right now as something happening over at first base. Coach Panch was manicuring the area over by the first base bag. So was MD Connor. It appears we're ready to go though now. It's Jay O'Neill leading it off here in the bottom of the fifth inning for Yakima Valley. This is still Preston Sullivan on the hill for Portland. Previous inning, he gave up 3 runs. He walked 3. So we'll see what the Pickles do here with their bullpen, down by 7 as O'Neill waves and misses to even up the count. If you're a Pippins fan or even a Portland Pickles fan watching and you're interested in the South race, obviously this score not very good if you're a Pickles fan, very good if you're a Pippins fan. The Walla Walla Sweets and Corvallis Knights, depending on your tiebreaker, is the score you're watching right now. Corvallis sits in 4th place. A win would get them 20 wins on the season. They lead it 4-1 over the Sweets, and that would put them back into 3rd place if this score holds tonight. Falling down on the hill is Sullivan, and he spikes one. He might go manicure the landing spot really quick. Salsa and his pitching staff was out there fixing the hill right before the game started. He must have just caught his cleat on something down there. Yeah, just a slip. Thankfully, he's all right. O'Neill down the right field line, but this one is foul. No question about this one. There was a pretty close play yesterday involving Malachi Emery Henderson. Thought that he had a home run. It ended up being a foul ball as well. The other intriguing thing, if you're in the South Division, Bend and Ridgefield, the Raptors sitting in 2nd place overall. They have the playoff locked up. Swing and a miss by O'Neill. He is out number 1. And so you really don't care whether they win or lose, but in terms of keeping other people at bay, you'd love to see Ridgefield pick up their first win of the second half and knock down the Bend Elks, who are getting a little bit warmer as we approach the latter part of this season. They're only 2 games behind Yakima Valley, even though the Pippins have tied the season series with the Elks. First pitch, a ball to Sotomayor. And then Springfield and Marion, the 2 bottom teams in the South right now in terms of the overall standings, they're only a game and a half respectively behind the Bend Elks in the overall standings, who are in turn only 2 games behind Yakima Valley, as Sotomayor laces a hit into right field. Pippins have 1 on and 1 out for Malachi Emery Henderson. So you'd like to see everybody kind of beat up on each other, knowing if you're Yakima Valley, you play Portland one more time down in Portland to end the year, and you still have 6 games against Corvallis. You can make or break your season in 1 week, essentially, if you're the Pippins. Right-handed action in the Pickles bullpen. Sullivan up to 52 pitches here in his 3rd inning of relief. Way outside, and Sotomayor will have a free base. Man in scoring position now for Malachi. Emery Henderson 1 for 2 today. A single and a strikeout and a run scored, as this pitch from Sullivan was just a touch outside. Infield plays Malachi to pull it on the ground. Half swing, it was a strike anyway. 1-1. Foul tipped at the plate. Another one getting Derek Dunbar. And he kind of just throws up his mask in frustration like, man, I can't seem to avoid any of these. The catcher, Diego Davis for Yakima Valley, heading out to check on the home plate umpire. Tough luck behind the dish tonight for Derek Dunbar. That one got him pretty square in the chest protector. He might have a few bruises when he takes off the iron plate later tonight. Two balls and 2 strikes. Malachi in a 2-strike count with a man at second. Wave and a miss. It is dropped. Gutierrez makes sure Sotomayor does not take off and records out number 2.
Let's hear for our catcher number 20, Diego Davis.
That's 9 strikeouts tonight for the Portland Pickles. They've recorded 14 outs. So the Pickles pitchers racking up the Ks, but they've given up 7 runs and 7 hits as well. Davis into the stands for strike 1. Right off of the light pole and down into the walkway. Pretty good night for baseball here in Yakima. Humidity is down. The breeze has calmed down as well. Temperature at the start of the game was 84. We are dipped closer to the upper 70s. Another foul ball by Davis. The count runs to 0-2. Whatever throwing that has been going on in the Pippins bullpen has stopped. We'll see if Austin Dillon comes out for the 6th inning. He's got 83 pitches to his name. He has gone 90-plus a couple of times this summer. One ball and 2 strikes to Davis. Carano with his glove doing a practice throwing motion. You've also got Gus Musial with a ball in his hand. We'll see if either of them come into the game. One and 2 upcoming to Diego Davis. Sullivan on the way to the plate. Down the right field line, but foul. People in the picnic deck will end up with a souvenir. That game's going quick down there in Bend. Top of the 8th inning already in a 1-1 tie. Davis has walked twice tonight. He'll get closer to a third one as he works the count to 2-2. Tyson Miller, the top of the order, wait on deck for the 4th trip through the Yakima Valley lineup. Baseball under the lights on a Saturday night, 7-0 the lead for Yakima Valley. 2-2 lifted to very shallow on the infield. McNeil puts it away, and the side is retired. Yakima Valley leads it 7-0 going to the 6th. We've got more baseball coming up next.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
Top 6 here at Yakima County Stadium. The sun's setting here in the Palm Springs of Washington. Austin Dillon is out for his 6th inning of work. 83 pitches for the Pippins right-handed hurler as he tries to go deeper and deeper into this contest. A reset of who's behind him. You've got Nick Velasquez, who's been playing second and first base all season for Yakima Valley with his first game at the hot corner. Mendoza at short, O'Neill, a normal outfielder for Yakima Valley, playing second base. Sotomayor at first, Miller, Garcia, Emery, Henderson left to right in the outfield. Daichi Furuhata not in the lineup tonight. He usually plays third base for Yakima Valley. It's Kai Malt, MD Connor, and Elijah McNeil due up for the Portland Pickles as the first pitch is ball 1. Malt today 0 for 2. Both outs made at shortstop. One's a ground out. One was a line drive caught by Mendoza. Excuse me, foul ball. 1-1. Malt certainly not intending to swing at that pitch up in the zone. Two and one. You look back on Austin Dillon's season with Yakima Valley. His longest outing is 6 2/3 innings against the Bend Elks here at home on the 16th of June. He gave up 6 runs on 6 hits, and he struck out 4. Scratch that. I read the wrong line. 2 runs on 7 hits. Struck out 1, walked 2. Throws ball 4 to Kai Malt. Leadoff man aboard for the Portland Pickles. That's the first time we can say that tonight. Ethan Salscheider going to head out and have a chat with Austin Dillon. Looks like Gus Musial has resumed throwing. Nathaniel Carano's still down there as well. The question is, who will the Pippins go to? Is Yakima Valley leading at 7-0, trying to recreate the excitement from June 26, 2024. We'll try it again, as called by Jake Schrantz.
The 0-1. Johnson smokes this one. And it is down for a walk-off winner. Drewby wins it for Yakima Valley. 4-3 as the Pippins break up this
My predecessor and one of my mentors at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln with the call there. That was the last time that the Yakima Valley Pippins beat the Portland Pickles. That walk-off dramatic fashion. A little bit more commanding lead right now for Yakima Valley, hoping that that will continue. MD Connor skies this one on the right side. O'Neal calling for it. Now it's Sotomayor in foul territory. There's out number 1. Brings up Elijah McNeil. Double play is in order for Yakima Valley. 90 pitches now for Austin Dillon. He's pitched long enough to qualify for the win if this score should hold. Pippin's trying to squeeze 6 innings of work out of him. McNeil today 0 for 2. A strikeout in the second inning and a line drive to Nick Velasquez in the 4th. Downstairs. One ball and 1 strike to McNeil. Out towards right. Malachi drifting towards the line. Made the catch. After the leadoff walk, there are 2 away. And the last hope to cash in the leadoff man is Brady McKay. Malachi had to go a decent distance to cover ground and make this catch. Very capable outfielder. Coming from Wenatchee Valley College, playing at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, which is where the Wenatchee Apple Sox play during the summer. AD and out away from getting through 6. What a confidence booster that would be. He would turn it over to the bullpen, only needing 9 outs. Another check of first. Pitch number 94 is popped up back towards us. This is over towards GA and off the roof. Darn it. All sorts of chances the last couple of days. They're just too far behind us. 0-1 to Brady McKay, who's 2 for 2 today. Both bullpen arms have set down for Yakima Valley. They're going to trust Dillon to get through this last out. Did he go? No. Perry Schofield says that the swing was held up. The pitch was upstairs, according to Derek Dunbar. That was close. That's a surefire strike, though. 97 pitches for Austin Dillon. Trying to work through 6 and exit with the lead. He's got 2 strikeouts and only 1 walk issued. The pitch. Wave and a miss. Austin Dillon punches out 3 on 98 pitches. What an outing for the Pippins starting pitcher. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 7-0 Yakima Valley.
Served in the Navy, first card is, guys. What's our first card? It is a king. Folks, I think we know what we're going to be saying. Where is the call? Let's see what the next card is. A 7. There's 75 bucks for Daniel. Daniel, do you want to keep going or do you want to call it here? What do we think? Higher or lower? Let's do higher. Higher is the call. An 8. 150 bucks for Daniel. You want to call it? You want to keep going? 150 bucks and a free spot from Legends Casino. I think everybody wants him to take the money and run. Take it a run. Alrighty. 150 bucks for Daniel tonight. Thank you for your service, Daniel. You have got also a free spa from the Legends Casino Hotel, our sponsor. Give it up for Daniel tonight, guys.
Let's keep that excitement going after the final out. Legends Casino featuring your favorite slots, table games, and big time promotions. Celebrate the game with a little extra.
New pitcher into the contest for the Portland Pickles. This is Jacob Bellamy coming from Portland University. Native of Washougal, Washington. 0-1 with a save, 9 games, 11 1/3 inning pitched. 14 strikeouts to 13 walks, 10 hits, 9 earned runs for a 7.15 ERA. Sullivan goes 3 innings, giving up 3 earned runs. That was all he gave up. 4 strikeouts and 3 walks. All 3 of those walks came home to score. First pitch is sent back towards the vacant area in the press box, but over the roof. Tyson Miller, 1 for 3 today. Strikeout, single, flyout. The single brought home 2 runs. Only 2 hits given up by Sullivan for Portland, but those 3 walks, like I just mentioned, the difference in a 4-run game to a 7-run game. 2 balls and 1 strike. Coach Hoppel only used 3 pitchers last night in a 4-run win, 12-8. Tyson nearly hit. He's frustrated. He wants something to hit again after going opposite way, driving home 2 in the 2nd inning. Foul ball. The count now full. This got just a piece of Tyson Miller. Payoff late. A swing and a miss by Tyson. He's down on strikes for the 2nd time. That's now 10 strikeouts for the Portland Pickles pitchers. AJ Mendoza has been on base all 3 times tonight. Tripled in the 1st inning, walked in the 2nd inning, and then walked and scored in the 4th inning. Good to see AJ back on base after the impressive debut he had against the Ridgefield Raptors a couple of weeks ago. .89 on the fastball there by Bellamy. Even count, a ball and a strike. On the ground to second. McKay will complete the play, 2 away. Unfortunately, the trend of the Pippins scoring in the even-numbered innings is in danger of coming to a close unless Nick Velasquez can manufacture either getting on base or sending one over the wall. The Pippins got their first 4 runs in the second inning and then got their next 3 in the 4th inning. Velasquez today is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but he drew a walk and scored on the Parker Burt double back in the 4th inning. That one got the foot of Derek Dunbar. Umpires do wear steel-toed shoes and shin guards under their pants, but I think Derek Dunbar is going to have to count the bruises and start fining these players for how many times he's getting hit. Does he have the authority to give out fines? I don't think so, but he's been hit a ton tonight. The opposite way, very hard and deep, and Velasquez is going to run for a little while. Rounding second, he'll slam on the brakes. It's a 2-out double for Nick Velasquez.
In scoring position.
93 miles an hour off the bat. Velasquez was rounding second aggressively. You saw Nidowitz kind of pull up a little bit on the ball and make sure it didn't ricochet away from him. So another chance for Parker Burt to drive home a run. He's got 3 RBI already tonight. Maybe the Pippins will score in the even innings tonight. Generous strike there by Derek Dunbar. 0-1. Parker's double was all the way out towards the deepest part of left field. A lot of Pippins have chipped into the effort so far tonight. Miller with a hit, Mendoza with a triple, Nick with his first hit, Parker's got a double, Luis Garcia with the solo home run. Parker plunked. So it'll be 2 on for Luis Garcia. Burt sheds all of the protective gear and will take his base.
The center fielder stepping in, number 15, Luis Garcia.
Let's see if Garcia can replicate what he did in the second inning, this time with 2 aboard. Garcia on a 9-game hitting streak now, thanks to that solo home run in the second inning. Out of play the opposite way. No balls, 1 strike. Bellamy trying to hang another 0 for the Pickles. Pippins trying to score in the 3rd even inning of the night. Garcia has sent both pitches the opposite way foul. Maybe intentionally trying to be late and split the big gap in right center field. All sorts of room out towards the deepest part of the park. Called strike 3. Garcia down looking, and that will end the 6th inning. Pippins strand 2. We go to the late frames here at the Orchard. 7-0, Yakima Valley.
I think we should start a little dance party.
It's wild. I mean, it's crazy. It's still hard to believe that I have that ring. I'm not sure exactly how it came about, but I had the opportunity to go up and play in Kelowna. I was really fortunate. We had a really good group of guys up there, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, we really appreciate everybody who came out and watched us play and supported us, and made that summer really special for all of us out there. It's just an awesome city you guys live in. It was an absolute blast playing in the West Coast League. It was a very different experience for me. I really hadn't been away from home that long. It was my first college summer league team. Most guys leave and they really are focused on the innings and getting more work in, developing a pitch. For me, it was just kind of having an opportunity to face some different hitters, and it was definitely more of a step into a professional style of play. You're playing a lot more. It's just not weekend sets. I got to put a lot of innings in my mind. I was out of the bullpen a little bit, so that was new to me. It was just a really good opportunity for me to refine all my stuff going into my sophomore year. Out of high school, I thought I was going to be a position player. If you would have told me, 10 years later I would be, pitching and being at this stage, I would have been a little surprised. I was very fortunate to get drafted. I ended up here in Houston. It's been an awesome ride here the last 3 years. It's still hard to believe that I have that ring. It's wild. I mean, it's crazy. The things that happened during those games last year are just unforgettable.
The thing about Phil is that, he's the same every day. I mean, you can't tell if he's going good or if he's going bad. That's what makes him a quality reliever. It's the fact that, his highs aren't that high and his lows aren't that low. Enjoy Phil. I think I bought him some corn one day, and I wanted to know his opinion because from where he's from, he's a corn expert.
Couple of quick score updates for you as we reach the late innings. The Ridgefield Raptors on the verge of their first win in the second half after going 20-7 in the first half. They lead the Bend Elks 3-1. Walla Walla and Corvallis, the score has not changed, but the innings have. They've played 2 more frames. 4-1 Corvallis trying to even up that series. New pitcher into the game for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Austin Dillon goes 6 innings, shutout. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts, and he'll give way for Gus Musial. Musial in his second season with the Pippins, making his 8th appearance, a 1-0 record with 11 1/3 innings pitched. 9 strikeouts to 12 walks, giving up 21 hits and 14 earned runs for an 11.12 ERA. So the Pippins sit down Nathaniel Carano in the 7-run game, and will try to save him for a closer scenario. Musial will face the bottom third of the order for the Portland Pickles to start off his outing. After 98 pitches from Austin Dillon, the first one from Musial is ball 1. Joel Roberts is 1 for 2 today, a single and a lineout. Even count, 1-1. Last outing for Musial was down in Walla Walla. He went 3 innings, giving up 4 hits and 2 runs, striking out 1 and walking 1 as this is fouled away to move the count to 1-2. Musial has tossed a couple of scoreless frames, including the 27th against the Kelowna Falcons back in June, and a few outings before that went 2 1/3, getting the win against the Marionberries, giving up no runs on only 1 hit. 2 balls and 2 strikes as he yanked that one away from Davis.
That is a life-changing experience. Seriously, go roast your own Twinkie or marshmallow out there right now. It is good.
Dillon with only 3 strikeouts. Musial and company going to have to do some work out of the bullpen to get us to a buy one, get one sub, but the Pippins will take that result. Musial going to win the race to the bag. 1 away here in the 7th inning. Two outs away from singing the stretch. Levi almost bobbled the transfer on this, but got it to Musial, and he was able to beat it out. Braden Gutierrez, 0 for 2 today, a fly out and a ground out. The fly out was to Garcia in center field. The ground out was to Mendoza at shortstop. 1-1 here from Gus Musial. Last year for Yakima Valley, Musial only pitched in 3 innings. This year being used quite a bit more as he just misses off the plate. Spent 2 seasons at Yakima Valley College. A combined 42 innings of work. At YVC, he's also got 2 saves to go along with a 1-2 record. 2-2, a touch off. A count full to Braden Gutierrez. Only 1 walk issued by Austin Dillon. Gus Musial will walk his second batter he sees. Ground out walk, 1 man aboard, 1 away. The number 9 hitter Gavin Hottle hitting for the 3rd time. If history repeats itself, then you can expect a ground ball out towards Nick Velasquez. Both outs that Hottle has created have been ground outs to Nick. Fly ball, left field, Miller back, about as far as he can go. He makes the catch on the warning track. All the way back to first goes Braden Gutierrez. This ball was sent 361 feet off of the bat. That's about as far as you can get it without leaving the yard. You see the 293 right there on the pole, but then it juts way back. As now John Perry Schofield saying something to one of the base coaches for Portland. Jim Hopple out there to try to see what's going on. This is the top of the order. Cody Nidowitz up to hit. I think Schofield just trying to police where guys are standing in the dugout for safety reasons. There is no visitors clubhouse here at Yakima County Stadium. In fact, the only stadium I know of in the West Coast League where the visitors do have access to a clubhouse is Edmonton. First pitch gets away from Davis off of the shin guard of Derek Dunbar. A wild pitch moves Gutierrez up to second, and I feel like a broken record saying that Derek Dunbar took a foul ball off of his protective equipment. He's walking up the first base line. Coach Crustangel going to go check on the home plate umpire. This got around the knee area. Multicare Orthopedics Northwest going to send a trainer out to check on Dunbar. I think Derek's just saying he needs a second to let this one linger. His partner, John Perry Schofield's got a big smile on his face. Derek's going, man, it's just one of those nights. One ball and no strikes here to Nidowitz, who is 1 for 3 today. Single ground out strikeout in reverse order. Out towards Garcia. He'll back up and he will make the catch. Stretch time here at the Orchard. Pippins lead 7-0. Enjoy the Pippins Family Singers. We'll be back for the bottom half of the 7th.
Let's get loose and limber. You ready, Ralph? Maybe not.
Ralphie for the Air Music, and that 7th inning stretch is brought to you tonight by Pacific Northwest University and our volunteers trying to coach today. PNWU students are preparing to wear theirs for a lifetime, training to serve rural and underserved communities across Northwest. PNWU, growing the future of healthcare, doing that right here at home.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at Yakima County Stadium. The Pippins lead it 7-0, and how fitting that the man that wears number 7, Jay O'Neill, will lead this one off. O'Neill today 1 for 3 with a single, a run scored, and 2 strikeouts. He'll be facing Jacob Bellamy. 2nd inning of work for the Portland right-hander. Jay taking ball 1 there. Pippins trying to get back on track, currently on a 4-game losing streak in the second half of the season. Also trying to snap an 11-game losing streak to these Portland Pickles. Two balls and no strikes. Bellamy in his first inning of work gave up a double and a hit batter, but struck out 2. He hits his second man. This one was up near the head area. Looks like it got Jay in the shoulder, though. He'll take first, leadoff man aboard here in the 7th.
First baseman number 13, Levi Sotomayor.
88 miles an hour right in onto the front shoulder. Levi Sotomayor, 1 for 3 today, a single in the 5th inning. In tight to Sotomayor, 1-0. Runner takes off. The pitch is a strike, but Gutierrez cannot make the transfer. Stolen base for Jay O'Neill. Looking down towards the Pippins bullpen, there is action going on. Looks like Wyatt Robinson has grabbed a baseball. Wyatt came in and pitched 2/3 of an inning last night, striking out 1 on less than 10 pitches. Disengagement used here by Bellamy. Foul back to the screen, 2-2. I hear there's fried Twinkies out in the Jersey Mike's party porch today. Oh my gosh, there are. Look at that. That is a Twinkie on a stick being roasted over the fire. Holy smokes. That's like make your own State Fair classic. 2-2, softly out towards short. McNeil will have one play. Runner moves up to third for Yakima Valley. Malachi Emery Henderson with an RBI opportunity. Less than 2 outs and a man at third. Malachi today, 1 for 3, a single, a run scored, and 2 strikeouts. A left-hander has grabbed a baseball down in the Portland bullpen. Alex Buchanan is tossing. 1 ball and no strikes to Malachi. Speaking of the state fair, the next time Yakima Valley is home will be part of the Central Washington State Fair weekend. One ball and 1 strike. The Pippins' next home games are coming up on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 24th, 25th, and 26th, once this series wraps up. Friday and Saturday are part of the State Fair festivities. Malachi brushed back, and Jay going to try for the plate. He will score. O'Neal plates the Pippins' 8th run. Pitch upstairs, pretty wild. '89 just too strong out of the hand of Bellamy. The count 2-1 to Emery Henderson. Shot out towards left. Nidowitz having to track back. Circling towards the track, he will put it away. Diego Davis hitting with 2 outs and a run already home as the Pippins score for the first time since the 4th inning. If this score can hold, Yakima Valley will move to 18-20 overall. They will knock Portland down to 19-18. And with 1 game to play tomorrow, you could potentially be only about a half game apart. Corvallis, if we check in on that score, by the way, against Walla Walla right now, leading 4-1 in the top of the 7th. 1 ball and 1 strike to Davis. Final in Bend. The Ridgefield Raptors have won their first game of the second half. They are 1-10 out of the gates after winning the first half of play. A 4-1 victory for the Raptors. Three and 1. You've got the top of the order waiting on deck.
The question is Leroy ready to carry the rookie? Heck yeah!
Davis trying to put a man on with 2 away. He will do just that. 3rd walk taken tonight by Diego Davis.
What's the song? Choosing Texas by Ella Langley.
Here comes Tyson Miller for the 5th time.
I've never heard of it. It's only stuck in my head every day, but I've never even heard of it. Never even heard of it. Favorite song of 2026. Never heard of it. We've heard it.
Miller today, 1 for 4. 2 RBIs, single in the second. 2 strikeouts and a fly out. Pounded foul over Panch's head. Drew almost had the loose change over there, standing by the dugout bar, but could not reach over the wall and snag it. One ball and 1 strike to Tyson.
Roasted Twinkies. I'm trying to figure out what else we can
Going along with that State Fair weekend, they keep talking about Twinkies on the PA. The Sunday game against Corvallis on the 26th of July is a 5:05 first pitch. Just for anybody making plans to come out to the ballpark. We've got one more homestand after we wrap up tomorrow against the Pickles. It's a 6-gamer that starts on Friday the 24th and spans until Thursday the 30th. Tyson nearly plunked. He really wants something to hit. You can see it in his body language.
Stand up if you took a pickle shot tonight.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Miller's been doing a great job of working counts pretty deep. A shot out towards the right center field gap. Duncan was playing back, so he will make the catch. Tyson flies out, and that will end the 7th. 2 innings left to play. It's 8-0 Yakima Valley here at the Orchard.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
They're doing some karaoke in the stands, and if you want to be a part of that, you can join us, pippinstickets.com. We've got 7 home games left. That's it. One more game tomorrow against the Portland Pickles as we try to get that young man to sing. And then we get back home on the 24th of July to play the Corvallis Knights for 3 games. An off day at home, and then the Springfield Drifters wrap up the home slate for Yakima Valley, the 28th to 29th. And the 30th, and then the Pippins will take to the road for 6 days to wrap up the regular season. Running out of chances to see us here at the Orchard. Hope you can make it out. Back to baseball. Caleb Duncan, Kai Malt, and M.D. Connor will be facing a new pitcher for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Wyatt Robinson into the game, the hard-throwing right-hander from Roy, Washington. 89 registers the first pitch. 1 ball and no strikes. Musial goes 1 inning, gives up no hits, no runs, walks 1 on 14 pitches. 8-0 lead for Yakima Valley. Robinson from Olympic College, where he pitched 31 1/3 innings to the tune of a 4.31 ERA. So far with Yakima Valley, 11 2/3 innings pitched. 21 strikeouts as well for Wyatt. That one got up to 90. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Tomorrow night, if you're planning on coming out to the ballpark, 5:35 start, I believe, because we have a post-game movie that will be shown on the field. On the ground for Levi, off his body. Here comes Jay. The relay, not in time. It squirts away. Duncan now going to try to go to second. The throw down by Davis. It bounces off the grass, and it will be a couple of bases on the Pippins throwing the ball around. We'll see how many errors there are on the play. So far, only one on the scoreboard. The Pippins have played clean baseball up into that point. If that ball hadn't skipped off of the grass, it might have gotten into the glove in enough time to apply the tag. It's an E3 and then advancing to second on the throw. That's how it registers in our system, as the first pitch cut on and missed by Kai Malt. So unfortunately, the 0 in the error column for Yakima Valley is now a 1, but leading 8-0, that's the column that matters at the end of the night. One ball and one strike. Must have missed just a touch up. Kai Malt today 0 for 2, but he drew a walk in the 6th inning. That was the first time a leadoff man had reached for Portland. Duncan, the second man to do so. That fastball blown right past Malt. Last night, Robinson came in and faced Braden Reese. He got 1 out in the process on a 2 unassisted, and then a strikeout to end his outing. Ouchie. Hit by pitch will put 2 aboard with nobody out. The craziest part about that is if you're looking from home, that pitch is not a bad location up and in. It's just that Kai Malt crowds the plate so close. Right off of his elbow guard. Two on, nobody out for Portland. They haven't had 2 aboard since the 2nd inning. Base runners have been everywhere for the Pickles. They've left at least 1 runner stranded from every inning since the 2nd when they left 2. Touch in. 2 balls and no strikes.
She makes some noise for these Pippins. That ain't nothing right now.
Downstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. Wyatt hasn't quite been able to dial in the fastball yet. Pippin's bullpen has a couple of folks stirring. Ball 4 to M.D. Connor. A 4-pitch walk will load the bases. Ethan Salscheider heading out to the hill to talk to Robinson. Wyatt pitched yesterday, but only threw about 7 pitches. So he should be still very rested and very capable to go in this game, as Francisco Lopez has grabbed a ball and is going through his warm-ups. John Witt as well stretching out just in case. You hope that this game doesn't end up in a save-type situation. I've mentioned it a couple times. Here's the remaining schedule for Yakima Valley, not counting the 6-game road trip at the end of the year. We have the postgame movie tomorrow night against the Portland Pickles, and then we hit the road after an off day for Walla Walla. You can listen to all those games on the Pippins YouTube or Mixler. Corvallis is in town Friday to Sunday for the first meeting with the Knights, State Fair weekend and Faith and Family Sunday. And then after an off day Monday, Springfield will round out the home slate for Yakima Valley. First offering to Elijah McNeil is 91 over the heart of the plate. Robinson trying to lock in after the first 3 batters have reached. Now time going to be called. Wyatt coming set a bit too early, did not allow for Elijah McNeil to engage him. A stinger out towards the short porch, hooking around the pole, foul. This hit off of the netting over there in right field. The Pickles dugout was ready to explode as a grand slam would have cut this lead in half. Instead, it's a very loud strike number 2. Take another look at the path of this ball. Definitely foul. But that was too close for comfort. Oh and 2, Robinson looking for his first punch out tonight. He'll get it. McNeil chases above the top shelf. One away here in the 8th. He put a pitch up at the eye level, and sometimes a hitter just can't help but swing at it. Good execution by Robinson. Brady McKay, 2 singles and a strikeout tonight. The situation for the runners, you've got Duncan at third, Malt at second, Connor at first. Error, hit by pitch, walk. One and one. Wyatt's blue cap seems to stay on better than his green one does. With the green, he sometimes has to lose the lid pretty frequently with how much force he puts into the ball. Right past Brady McKay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robinson looking for back-to-back strikeout victims. Left it alone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. McKay did his best to keep that bat back. Pippins fans hoping Wyatt can continue to shut the door after the bases got loaded. Full count now as Robinson misses downstairs with 92. He had a little bit of extra zip on that fastball. Robinson peering in. Bags full, nowhere to put McKay. Sayonara! Back-to-back strikeouts for Wyatt Robinson. 2 away, and the last hope here in the 8th for Portland is Joel Roberts. Roberts today 1 for 3, a single, a line out, and a ground out. Just got eerily quiet here at the Orchard. First pitch strike from Robinson. Joel Roberts disagrees with the call. I believe he just told Derek Dunbar that that pitch was up. Almost like a golf match with how quiet it is. 1 ball and 1 strike. I wonder if that's easier or harder to pitch in as a pitcher at home. Would you rather have the noise behind you of your home crowd, or would you rather work in silence? One and 2. Robinson, if he could get this strike, might let out one of the biggest cries towards his dugout in success. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bags full of pickles. Robinson looking to strike out the side. Not on that pitch. Nothing but fastballs from the man from Olympic College. Folks out and right looking to hang another K. Robinson to the plate. Nearly hit Joel Roberts. The count runs full. Everybody will get a head start. It's the ultimate action pitch upcoming for Yakima Valley's right-hander. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a pickle at every base here in the top of the 8th inning. Robinson fouls it away. Joel Roberts able to get a piece of it. I noticed the upside-down chair on the sleeve of the Portland Pickles uniform. They are without a run right now. Robinson trying to keep it that way. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pickles everywhere. The pitch, sawed off and foul. And we will have a 3rd payoff pitch. Despite the score not being very close, this is one of the tensest moments of the night. Duncan at 3rd, Malt at 2nd, Connor at 1st. Pickles threatening to break the shutout. The payoff out of play. What an entertaining at-bat between Joel Roberts and Wyatt Robinson. Approaching pitch number 9 of the at-bat. Who is going to win? A 4th payoff pitch. The runners take off. It's in play out to Jay. He has it. The throw. Robinson strands the bases loaded. The shutout still intact, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Yakima Valley getting ready to add on one more time.
I was scheduled to go to the West Coast League out of high school, and then the draft happened, so there was a slow process deciding whether to sign or not, and then eventually I didn't. My whole senior year, I was like, oh yeah, summer will be cool. I was nervous for it, but I was also very excited. The group of guys that we had there was special. You know, I was jumping into a new group of kind of older guys. Most of them were a year or 2 older than me, which was really good for me, being like a younger player. They kind of showed me the ropes of what college baseball and summer ball was about, and really helped me through that whole process.
First pitch, McLean, deep center!
I think hitting with bats every day was different. Playing every day that consistent was different for me. Coming from high school, the competition was good. It was a good introduction to Pac-12 baseball. You got guys throwing every day who are top of the rotation guys in college, Friday night guys, Saturday night guys, and get to face that as a senior going into a freshman year was really an advantage for me because it really made me get better and realize I need to get better quick. But it was a lot of fun. You know, everyone in Bellingham welcomed me with open arms, and it was a great first summer ball experience. I couldn't ask for anything more. My host family was so awesome. I mean, the Ayers, I still talk with them like weekly, maybe once every 2 weeks. To form that connection, that relationship that I still have with them and other teammates, I'll remember those for the rest of my life. Bellingham fans, thank you guys for always supporting me. I really appreciate it. You guys made it special for me.
Our next broadcast of Yakima Valley Pippins baseball will be tomorrow, July 19th. A 5:35 p.m. first pitch is the scheduled start. Pre-game coverage will start at around 5:15 p.m. Right now, if the score can hold, it'll be a rubber match between the Pickles and the Pippins. Yakima Valley 3 outs defensively away from beating Portland for the first time since 2024. A.J. Mendoza, Nick Velasquez, and Parker Burt trying to add on to this 8-0 lead. Pippins scored 4 in the second, 3 in the fourth, and 1 in the seventh. A first pitch strike. Jacob Bellamy is still in the game. Portland does have a left-handed body warming up down there in their bullpen, Stephen Ferguson. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pippins won at home against the Raptors wearing their baby blues. Maybe the Blues continue to be good luck here at the Orchard. Out towards short, McNeil says he's got it and casually puts it away. Here comes Nick Velasquez. Nick, a double in the 6th inning, a walk and a run scored in the 4th, and a couple of strikeouts as well. That makes him 1 for 3. Velasquez takes upstairs, ball 1. Francisco Lopez is tossing down in the Yakima Valley bullpen. After the high-stress pitches for Robinson, his night likely done. One ball and 1 strike. Wyatt ends up with 2 strikeouts, setting down the last 3 he faces after the first 3 all reached. 2-1 to Nick. This is the 5th trip through the order for Yakima Valley. Finally returning the favor to some of the teams that have come in here and done damage against them. Three balls and a strike. Ferguson continues to warm up as Bellamy might be nearing the end of his line. Nick will take a walk. 1 away and a base runner on for Yakima Valley. Parker Burt, one more chance to add on to his RBI total. He's got 3 of them. All came on a double back in the 4th inning. It's going to be really hard to figure out offensively who would be a candidate for player of the game. Obviously, Austin Dillon is my pick right now. 6 innings, no runs, 98 pitches. Did he go? No. Parker Burt ahead in the count 1-0. All of the scoring got started with Luis Garcia. Solo home run in the top of the 2nd inning. Parker brushed back. This is going to force a visit out to the hill for Portland. Again, 5:35 the start time tomorrow because of the postgame movie. I believe they're showing Angels in the Outfield. That's a partnership with Yakima Parks and Rec. And then the final promotions, if that's what you're interested in, we've got State Fair weekend, number 1 and number 2, Friday and Saturday of the Corvallis Series. You've got Faith and Family Sunday on the 26th for a 5:05 first pitch. And then the final 3 home games are STEM night, Homer night, because we're playing the Springfield Drifters, and then Fan Appreciation night, bobblehead giveaway, and fireworks to follow after that 7:05 p.m. first pitch. Hope to see all of you at the ballpark, pippinstickets.com. Or please feel free to join us here on the stream. 3 balls and no strikes to Parker Burt. Luis Garcia waiting on deck with only 1 out. Parker takes his walk. Back-to-back free passes issued by Bellamy. Jim Hopple is out of the dugout. He's going to be making a pitching change. The Pippins will also pinch run. Looks like Brandon Stone will be running for Parker Burt, the designated hitter. Portland goes back to their bullpen. We'll be right back. 8-0 lead for Yakima Valley.
The West Coast League, definitely has its place in baseball and produces some serious talent. I was a preferred walk-on at UC Santa Barbara. I ended up making the team and actually cracking the starting rotation my freshman year. As most freshman pitchers do, I had a little bit of a short leash, and so after that year, was able to transition into the West Coast League and get a few more innings in there as well. It was a great place for me to get my feet wet after my first collegiate season, to go out there, compete against other college prospects and college arms and some real good bats as well. I met some great guys and made some great friends and really enjoyed the competition. It's definitely a special thing to be able to still be a college kid but focus completely on baseball. Even if it's just a few weeks or months, the experience goes a long way. I only threw 37 innings, not like MVP Eli Morgan with his 80-plus innings. Did he get any MVP votes? Well, he should have.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Slowed him down early and put him away with the foul.
I went to Yakima in 2014, graduated high school, and 3 days later I was in the middle of Washington, not really sure what I was getting into. It was a very late decision. I got a walk-on spot at Gonzaga really late that year and was told right around graduation time that they wanted me to go up there and play in this college league, and I didn't know it at the time, but having gone through it, it was a complete minor league baseball feel. It was just all first experiences for me, first time busting through the night, getting in at like 6 a.m. There was nothing but entourage on the bus. Entourage! So that was the only thing our coach would play for us, and it's a lot of foggy memories, try to sleep through the night, get woken up to that theme song just blaring at 4 a.m. and it's a very disorienting feeling, but I do like entourage still. Playing in Yakima was really cool. That stadium felt big league. I mean, the giant wall, all the sponsors on the board, it just felt very proper, and the fans were into it, and we did well that year, so it all molded to a very fun season.
Just trying to stay even keel, just trust my stuff, and not much more than that.
7-0, he's tied for the league lead in wins. He also has the league record now in wins.
My pitch coach, Bobby Wells, was great. Sort of an old school feel, but was in touch with some new school teachings. You knew that he knew what he was talking about because he's done it. I think experience is the best teacher. And it wasn't until the very end of the season where he told me something.
Welcome back to Yakima County Stadium. First pitch to Luis Garcia is down and in from our new pitcher, Stephen Ferguson from Sterling College, a native of Austin, Texas. 7 games so far this summer with Portland, 8 innings pitched, 1 strikeout to 2 walks, 6 hits, and 4 earned runs. He was also with the Pickles briefly last year, appearing in 1 game, going 2 innings. Not hard throwing by any means. He's got a very deliberate delivery to the plate. Bellamy goes 2 1/3 innings on 52 pitches. He's given up 1 run so far. The 2 men on base are his responsibility. 3 balls and no strikes to Garcia. A whole conglomerate of Yakima Valley Pippins down in the bullpen, waiting to see who will come in next. John Witt appears to be throwing a bullpen just to stay loose. I doubt he comes in this game. There's a slow strike, 3-1. That pitch registered at 62 miles an hour from Ferguson. The lefty walks Garcia. 3 straight free passes issued by the Portland Pickles. Bases loaded and a chance for more insurance for Yakima Valley. Jay O'Neill is 1 for 3 today with a single, a hit by pitch, 2 strikeouts, and 2 runs scored. He was the last Pippin to score back in the 7th inning. Came home on a wild pitch. Swinging first pitch and almost hitting our photographer down there in the dugout. No balls and 1 strike. Jay teeing this one out towards center field. We'll see if it's deep enough to score Nick. Pretty shallow for Malt. Nick's going to try to score, and he will do so. 9-0 Yakima Valley. A sacrifice fly by Jay O'Neill provides just a little bit more insurance. Nobody else moved up on this play. Malt made the catch and then just got it back to the infield. Last chance for more insurance is Levi Sotomayor. Waving and missing on that first pitch. The one danger with somebody who throws this speed is you don't want to ruin your timing for tomorrow if you're Yakima Valley. You see that sometimes in Major League Baseball when a position player comes in to pitch. Sotomayor out to very shallow right. Duncan charging. He will make the catch on the run. We go to the 9th frame. The Pippins have a 9-0 advantage. 3 outs to get here at County Stadium.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
Francisco Lopez to pitch the 9th inning for Yakima Valley. The right-hander from Tucson, Arizona, pitching in his 10th game. 8 1/3 innings, 12 strikeouts to 1 walk. 4 hits and no earned runs for Cisco. Opponents hitting just 138 against Lopez. He'll be tasked with 8, 9, and 1 in the Portland order. Starting with Braden Gutierrez and then Gavin Hoddle, before we go back to the top with Cody Nidowitz. Yakima Valley looking to beat the Portland Pickles for the first time since late June in 2024. Lopez with some final preparations before he takes to the hill. First pitch to Gutierrez. A first pitch strike. Robinson goes 29 pitches. Now hands it over to Cisco. The last win for Yakima Valley all time against Portland, June 26, 2024, here at County Stadium. It was a 4-3 walk-off victory for the Pippins. Yakima Valley, before that, had beat Portland in Walker Stadium on July 20th of 2023. The Pippins have only beat Portland 5 times in their franchise's history, 3 of those times coming here in Yakima and twice at Walker Stadium in Portland. A ball got away from the bullpen. John Witt continues to work. Portland was the runner-up last year in the WCL after winning it in 2024. As that is a 5-pitch walk to start it off against Braden Gutierrez. Pickles history, the Pickles were chosen as the mascot over the Mudhounds, the Red Dogs, the Posse, the Pliers, and the Pixels. And were founded as a charter member of the Great West League back in 2016. Created the Gherkins to help supplement player development in 2020, and then of course the pandemic came around. Wave and a miss by Gavin Hoddle. The count 0-2. In 2025, they had a record for most wins in a season, 43. Probably not going to get to that mark this year. But they were second in the WCL in attendance, only behind Remax Field in Edmonton. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I can list off all 5 wins for Yakima Valley in this series. July 5th at Portland, 1-0 victory. June 25th, 2022 here in Yakima. July 1st, 2023 here in Yakima. A fly ball on the infield. Velasquez fighting the night sky into foul territory. He's got it for out number 1. And then the 2 wins I already mentioned in this series. July 20th, 2023 at Portland, a 13-6 victory. And June 26th, 2024, the last time Yakima Valley took down these Pickles. Cody Nidowitz on the day, 1 for 4. He singled in the 5th inning. He struck out in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd, and flew out in the 7th. Right over the plate, 1-1 from Francisco Lopez. Cisco last worked against Walla Walla on the 11th, going an inning perfect, 2 strikeouts. Right at the top of the zone. The count now 1-2. Austin Dillon in line for the win. The Pippins trying to shut out the Pickles. Two balls and 2 strikes. Just a touch off the plate, 3-2. You've got Caleb Duncan waiting on deck, and then Kai Malt if the inning should continue. Runner takes off. The pitch is ball 4. A couple of walks by Cisco here in an 9-0 game rather. Making it a little bit harder on himself. First pitch just misses to Caleb Duncan. There's a strike. Surprisingly, the Pickles have been shut out quite a few times during this season. I count 5, the most recent coming against the Corvallis Knights on June 30th, a 5-0 loss. The count 1-2. Caleb Duncan today is 1 for 4, but he's been on base twice. Cisco ready with the 1-2 pitch. Left it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off the cap of the bat. 5 hits tonight for Portland. Right now, no runs on the board. Yakima Valley 9 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Five strikeouts tonight for the Pippins pitching staff. Folks in right would love a 6th. Back up the box. This is going to sneak through. This might ruin the shutout. No, slamming on the brakes is Braden Gutierrez. Good stop at home by Davis. The bags are loaded for Portland. The second time in as many innings that has happened. And now here's the meat of the Pickles order. Kai Malt today is 0 for 2. Ground out, line out to shortstop, and then walk hit by pitch. The double play is in order for Yakima Valley. They have 30 of them turned on the season. 1-1. Cisco around 85 with the fastball. Six hits on the night for Portland. And this will be a 7th, and it will ruin the shutout. 9-1 as the Pickles get on the board here in the 9th inning. RBI single by Kai Malt. And you never want to second guess your judgment, but you might want to get somebody throwing just in case Cisco continues to give up base runners. Soft line drive right over Mendoza's head. Now you've got M.D. Connor up at the dish. Ball 1. That is the first earned run that Francisco Lopez has given up all summer. That's hard to believe. Ethan Salscheider going to go out and try to calm down the right-hander. He's been one of the most trusted high-leverage arms Francisco Lopez has. A fresh supply of baseballs come into Derek Dunbar. And now the visit breaks up. So the Pippins still leading where it counts. 9-1. You like the shutout as an extra added bonus, but as long as you get out of tonight with a win, you're more than satisfied. Davis has to block another pitch. It's 2-0 to M.D. Connor. Three balls and no strikes. And right now, Cisco struggling just a touch with the strike zone. Bunt shown, that's a strike. Looks like a Pippin has gone down and has started stretching just in case. (3-1) flown to center field. Garcia in. There's the catch. No tag. 2 away. One more out to get as Yakima Valley tries to beat Portland for the first time in 11 tries. Elijah McNeil stands in the way of the first Pippins victory over Portland in quite a while. Just missing with the first offering, 1-0. McNeil tonight is 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts, a line drive, and a flyout. One and one the count. Nidowitz now takes up third base. Duncan at second. Malt at first. Just a touch too tight. 2 balls and a strike. Austin Dillon started this game, went 6 innings without giving up a run. Musial and Robinson each 1 inning after that. A stinger out towards the middle. O'Neill cannot get there. This will plate another run for Portland, and the train continues to move. Elijah McNeil an RBI single. Very softly hit back up the middle, only 69 miles an hour off the bat. Jay almost had the play of the night. First pitch misses to Brady McKay, the 8th man to hit here in the 9th inning for the Pickles. Still a 7-run lead for Yakima Valley. Can't quite get the top of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. The last 2 nights, the games have gone 3 hours and 27 minutes. Both of them started at 6:34 and ended at 10:01. 2-1 now. This game started at 6:38. We are 5 minutes to 10 o'clock here in Yakima. Two and two. Pippins a strike away. Cisco's had to work hard, but all we need is one more strike. Fouled back, and the game stays alive. Portland with 2 across so far here in the 9th. Their 9th man to hit, Joel Roberts, waiting in the on-deck circle. On the ground, Nick can't leap and get it. 2 more runs are going to score. Another hit for a Portland Pickle here in the 9th. Brady McKay drives home 2. Now this game getting somewhat interesting, 9-4. Cisco's got to face Joel Roberts now. That's a tough hop to try to take if you're Velasquez. There's strike 1 to Joel Roberts. The designated hitter today is 1 for 4 with a line out and a couple of ground outs and a single. One and one. Francisco's had to work extremely hard here in the 9th inning. North of 40 pitches now. Two balls and 1 strike. Tariq Dunbar not giving that top part of the zone. He hasn't been giving it all night. On the ground, Mendoza, the backhand, the bullet for the first time since 2024. Yakima Valley takes down the Portland Pickles. 9-4 the final score. It took a little longer than expected, but Francisco Lopez gets the job done. We wrap up at 9:57 p.m. tonight. Let's take another look at the play that ended it. Mendoza had to get an accurate throw across, and he did just that. The series is evened up. Yakima Valley and Portland each going for a win tomorrow as the race for the top 4 spots in the West Coast League South continues to tighten up. The win tonight will be given to Austin Dillon. What a performance by the Pippins right-hander. He is now 2-3 on the season. The loss will go to Matthew Palmatier. He is now 1-2. 9-4 the final score for everyone with the Yakima Valley Pippins. I'm going to sign off tonight. Harmon Johnson saying stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. A 5:35 p.m. first pitch tomorrow night. We'll talk to you then as the Pickles and the Pippins each go for a series win. Final score in this one, Yakima Valley 9, Portland 4. The Pippins victorious over the Pickles for the first time since June 26th of 2024. Have a great night, everybody. You've been watching Pippins Baseball.